This is always the part where, like, I hope it's working, and I never really know. Okay, where are we? What are we doing? Oh! Hello! I'm a normal human. How are you, fellow normal humans? I couldn't help but notice how normal and human we all were. Haha! Let me see. Personnel only. Well, I'm not personnel, but you don't need to know that. Let's hack into their system first. Ooh. I can't get into that. Don't. What? Hold on. You be quiet. I see that there's an access point, but I can't get to the access point. The access point is inaccessible. Dana, don't spoil. Oh my god, with the tier 1. Thank you so much. Don't spoil Eurovision. Sarah and I haven't seen it. We're waiting to watch both halves together. Huh? Oh, thanks. Turn off. No. Oh, wait. Close. Open to sports medicine. Let's see here. Semi 1 was there. Oh, no. I know that the semis started today. So first half is today. Second half is Thursday. And then the finals are on Saturday. I like to watch both semis at the same time. Why am I streaming when you're ready to go to bed? Sorry. I've lost control over my life? How you wanted me to answer that question? It's mostly that I've lost control over my life. Boop. Cool, nailed it. You have no one to talk about Eurovision with. Oh, well, later this week, Sarah and I will have watched all of it, and we can go over it together. I don't like watching the two halves separately because then I end up judging the acts separately. You know what I mean? Hang on. I have shameful cable management, if you could even call it cable management. So, yeah. No, I always like watching both of the semis at the same time, like just in one marathon. Because otherwise it's like, I'll forget one or the other, and it's like, I'm not going to take notes to try and remember. Oops, nope, keep that off. Yeah, so just, yeah. But yeah, no. I am crazy excited for Eurovision. It's always the same. It's always great every year. I can't force it open. I always watch Eurovision and I'm like, fuck, I wish we had something like that over here. Cuz like the closest thing we have is the Super Bowl and it's not the same. You know, it's a show specifically. Nope. I was gonna say it's a show that they're putting on specifically for jocks and people who watch football. You know what I mean? Oh, hey Phoenix Edits, how you doing? I did just disappear off the face of the earth. I went to grad school. All of the happiness that I had left over died. Left my body, is no longer with us. What is over there? That's a console, I don't need that. Ah, there's two people. This complicates things. Hang on, I know what to do. We're sneaky! Done grad school twice? Oh my god. Let's see. You go to Sleepy Bye. You go to Sleepy Bye. You go to Sleepy Bye. God, this game is so fucking hard. I love this game so much. Come on. Alright. What are you? Cleaning machine. I thought it was a turret. Alright. It's Master Sideways now? It actually is Master Sideways now. I have a master's in music theory. So if you want me to talk to you about your augmented 6 chords and your Neapolitan 6 chords, like, holy hell, bro. I've got you covered. Like shit on Velcro. That's a child. Okay. Oh, this is where the kids live while they're being indoctrinated.
Hello.
Whoa! You scared me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to.
Her feet aren't matching the pedals.
Let me guess. You're with the team. Here to pick me up?
Afraid not, kiddo.
Oh, that's too bad.
Are you okay?
How are you holding up? Everything all right?
Not this again. I've already had a talk with that shrink this week. I've said all there is to say.
Who brought you here?
Your parents.
Who? Me! I applied. I was chosen. The look on Mom's face when I told her I'm leaving Eugene to become a pro. She was so proud.
Oh, this is creepy.
Your
We gotta
mom-
kill everyone inside.
Don't you miss her?
This is horrible.
Sometimes, but only a little. And I try not to, because I'm strong.
Child.
What you reading?
A biography of Diamond Day, my favorite basketball player who was born right here in Dogtown. Did you know she trained with... Now, if you'll excuse me, sir, I'm on a tight schedule. I have to focus on my training.
No, we're gonna start killing more people in this building. This is not okay at all. Oh, I don't like this one bit. Wait. Was that you?
What?
That sound?
I dropped my marker too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something in the game and I jumped.
No, I dropped my marker.
Ooh. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a suit. I don't want a fucking suit. Ew. We are very anti-corpo in this game. We'll steal their things and then kill them.
Darn it.
Oh,
It's got-
Ice Cream wants to say hi.
I was just looking for a...
Kid, you're not in
It's
trouble.
all right. What's your name?
Hello, Ice Cream.
Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. My name's V. What you doing here?
Nothing. I'm just kind of here.
Oh, please tell me kid's
In
trying to
the
break out.
director's office. Come on. I know you were looking for something.
Let's get it together.
Sort of wanted to see if I got picked for a team, but still no one.
Oh, kid did get picked.
It's not fair.
Oh man, every time I crouch, I skip accidentally.
Your
They're
day
the
will
same thing.
come. Just takes time. That's all.
Hold on, guys.
It's just...
We have to protect the
well,
kids. I'll get back to
getting
chat.
old.
Give me a minute.
You. Old.
Soon no one will want me. Not even the worst teams. Dad said I can't screw up because we live in Dogtown and career in sports is the
God,
last
this is
chance.
exactly what kids sounded like when in high school.
Tough having that responsibility.
I was surrounded
But
by
if it
kids just
wasn't
like
for
this.
your family, what would you want?
Have some fun, I guess. Or take a vacation. That'd be neat.
You're a good kid, Tommy. Know that?
I am killing everyone in this building.
Hey, chin up, kiddo. It'll all work out.
I'm going to
You'll see.
explode their brains.
Say, little whiz like you wouldn't know where Fiona's terminal is, would you? Need it for a sec.
I am
It's right
enthralled.
there. Can't you see?
Well, would you look at that? Silly old me.
We are not
See?
working anything
I know
out.
everything.
We're gonna
Yeah.
kill everyone in this building.
Clever
Don't you worry,
little
kid.
rascal.
We're gonna take you on vacation.
Now buck up and get out of here, or Miss Fiona sees you.
Yes, sir. I just need to find that thing.
I steal data? Absolutely.
What in the... Tommy, out, now.
Wait, he was looking for your office. I was just trying to help. Please, Miss Fiona.
Leave the boy out of this, please.
Now run along, Tommy. Hop to it.
But I didn't do nothing wrong.
No.
all right, Tommy.
We're gonna explode her eye
Go
sockets.
back to your room.
Run. Oh, this is
We're
not okay.
reasonable people. I'm sure we can work something out. What is it you want?
Want to burn this place to the fucking ground.
I fucking love this game.
To the fucking men.
I understand you're upset, but let's talk this through. You connected to a terminal containing my client's data, correct?
With a crinkly paper to break my chain.
Okay.
What do you intend to do with it?
Got it backwards.
I
I'm the
fucking
one
love this
asking
game.
questions.
I have a duty to protect my business and my clients. You understand that, I'm sure.
Business? The fucking gall.
Think of the children. Would you really deprive them of their only chance for a better
Just
life?
gets better and better, this bitch.
If you please, just hear me out. I'd like to make you an offer.
Yeah, I love this game a lot.
I'll make you a counteroffer.
Oh?
Get fucked.
Finally.
So okay, so anybody who wasn't following with the story, we were sent to investigate this facility where they're training athletes, but it turns out that the athletes they're training are children, right? So the whole idea is that they're augmenting kids way younger than they're supposed to be getting these augments, because we're in Dogtown and we're outside of regular legal jurisdiction, they can get away with it. So people from all over the planet are basically funding this facility to augment these kids to basically train them to be like super professional athletes from a very young age. And we're not about that, so we're going to kill everybody in here. Yeah. So it's gonna get ugly. Let's see here. Yeah, see? They're like... Yeah, they're like, oh, don't stress out the kids because the cortisol levels are bad. And I'm like, okay, it's good to hear. Alright, we're going loud. Weapons free. Once I make it to the street, I'll read everything you guys are saying. Oh, okay. Sarah's gonna help. The door's open behind me, isn't it? Every fucking time. Wait, no, I gotta go back in there.
Nicely done, V. Thanks to you, our Europeans can make sure tax evaders don't go unpunished.
Let me in.
You knew there were chipping kids there.
Why so dramatic? It's an open secret by now. Everyone knows what goes on there. Few care. If I've offended your sense of moral decency, I do apologize. Contract closed.
Hold on.
Until the next time, V.
Sarah, say hi, everybody.
Hey, Cat.
Hi, Popsy.
Whoops. That's my character. Nope, don't like that. Pushing. I normally play on my laptop. Don't tell anybody. Let me in! Damn it, I didn't kill them hard enough.
Hi, buddy.
Let me turn this up. Yeah, guys, let me know if the audio is okay. Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you have chat open on your phone?
No.
You should do that because it's scrolling and I don't want to alt-tab because something might catch on
I
fire.
see it. Somebody asked up for...
No, hang on. That, yeah, here we go. All this.
Oh.
You should get your phone out.
But it won't load on my phone. It's past...
Oh, okay, hang
You're
on.
gonna have to scroll up.
Go to the I'm not going to save scum just to do this, but I did kill the director. Plan on coming back to the internet more consistently? Yes, I do. Oh my god. Yeah, I had some trouble with my advisor in my master's. I'd like to get a PhD, but I'm not rushing anything. Yeah, I don't get frustrated I don't get frustrated about people asking me like if I'm going to come back. There's just been all kinds of problems with it. So, you know, hang on. Overclock, detonate grenade, because for some reason everybody in this world has their grenade on open Wi-Fi.
That my desk chair slowly descends. It's like gotten just old enough that it like it's not quickly, but I'll be like working at my desk and then like suddenly I'm like, why am I like typing up? I'm gonna have to like pop it back up.
Well, no, okay. So just in case anybody's wondering, right? This is a throwing knife build with a backup in quick axe. Just in case anybody's concerned, all my cyberware is like pretty good. It's all right. This is my character.
Wait, your character has cool nail polish?
So I did that on purpose
I wanna see.
from the beginning. So this knife, the nails match the knife, right? The knife, whenever it hits somebody, it stuns them. If you get a headshot, it stuns them for 3 seconds. So it's pretty nifty.
Cat, Popsicle says hi. I don't think I'm gonna get him to meow, but he's sitting right here with me. Oh, now we're sitting on mommy's lap. Okay.
You saw nothing. Nope, missed.
Now fuck
Missed
off.
again.
Did I hear conversation of Eurovision that nobody's telling us what happened because we're not watching it all until Thursday because you want to watch it all together?
I just accidentally killed somebody right in front of me. Yeah, I'm on a different mouse, dude. Like 1,000%. This is gonna be a little goofy. Upgrade your character just a little bit. Oh, I love this game so much. He did. He totally ran into the knife. It's not my fault, officer. The one thing that I do really like is overclock. So bottom left, you push E, you overclock, and then because your RAM is basically your mana, and then you start spending health when you run out of RAM, which is really actually nice. So let's see, contagion, and then I want you to light on fire because that means you'll explode.
So what are the other build options? I mean, you went next.
So it's a little on the goofy side. I will show you. Somebody's tracking me. Good luck. You can like this game was just like torn apart for having all kinds of technical difficulties when it first came out. And you could really see it kind of shine through. So in this game,
Pistol headshot build. Ooh.
so ignore this. This
Okay.
is the DLC tree.
Ah.
Right? So you have this. You have body, which is like strength and constitution. Reflexes, which is dexterity. Technical ability and intelligence are two different things, which is weird.
I disagree.
And then you have cool. It's supposed to be like charisma, but it's not, right? The one thing I do like about this game is I really hate RPGs where like you have to spec into certain things so that you can like read people's intuition or whatever. In this game, you can respond with like flavor text if your score is high enough.
Oh, I love that shit in
Yeah.
games.
So for
I
body,
always put a lot of points into that and then answer with the fun flavor text.
yeah. So for body, it's pretty straightforward. You get tougher and
Ooh,
tankier.
we got a clip.
Huh?
We got a clip of the guy running
Yeah,
into it.
I'm gonna save that one. And then blunt weapons. So this increases the damage, gives you more stuff with blunt weapons. And then LMGs, which are guns that are so big that you can't put them away. And then shotguns, right?
I imagine I know what LMG stands for.
Light machine gun, yeah.
Oh,
So then reflex. What'd you think it was?
large motherfucker.
Okay, that's a F, not a G.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Lystexia.
For the win.
Yeah. So reflexes makes you faster, and you can dash while in midair.
Ah.
Blades, right? Because there's katanas in this game. I can't remember, what is it. Yeah, you
Is there
can.
any game that doesn't have katanas? Let's be honest.
Well,
Not Call of Duty.
Well, the cyberpunk thing is big on katanas. So like, if you get this, you can like Jedi Knight bullets away.
Ah.
Like you can like yeah. And so as you level up, you can parry bullets into people.
There is an A plus a hand maneuver with that chat that you can see.
Yeah, deflect right here. And then this is also for submachine guns and assault rifles. Technical ability is all about your chrome. This is the stuff, your implants, right? So for technical ability, I only ran here. All of this is just like the more implants you have, the better you do. And also for this one, it allows you to exceed your maximum, so you can have more implants at the cost of health.
Huh. Okay.
Which I dig. And then this is kind of like a grenade build, where you have more grenades. And then this is like when you use an ability, you explode with an EMP. I tried using it; it's not for me. And then, so there's three different types of, like, if you want to think of like a gun, there's three different types of guns in this game. Power is normal, just a normal gun, right? Tech, which is this, are like these railguns that you have to charge up and then like release, kind of like a bow and arrow. But they're stylized as like ray guns. Or ray guns, sorry, rail guns and coil guns and that kind of thing. And then the third kind is smart weapons, which automatically target enemies. So
Sarah build.
yeah. Okay, so this is cool. So this is throwing knives. This one's literally called ninjutsu. It's about sneaking. And then this is for literally all of the other guns, and it's like, whatever.
There's everything else.
Intelligence is all the quick hacks, which is really their spells, and RAM is your mana.
Did you thank that person for resubbing?
Yeah, at the beginning of the stream.
I was busy.
And then and then this is all for the smart weapon.
Oh, okay.
The smart weapons. So the thing is you have to spend points like you can see here on reflexes, you have to level up your reflexes so that you could then spend points. And so when I came back to that character that I first had, they gave you one free respec, and so all of this reset. So I was like, oh, okay, well, reflexes because throwing knives, and technical ability because throwing knives, and then I'll just dump the rest of intelligence. I didn't realize that cool was where literally everything I wanted was. So I bricked my character.
Yeah, and you had to start.
And so the thing is, you can see here, right? It's just like a normal talent tree, like in WoW.
Yeah.
You can just respec this as you want, but
But
you
you can switch
can't
trees.
respec this.
That makes sense.
These numbers you can't. Yeah.
2 questions in chat.
Would I ever do? I need to come back to making videos before it's like, would I want to make a video about this or that? Cyberpunk would be really interesting. I don't think I've played enough Risk of Rain 2. I played Risk of Rain 1 to death, though.
I feel like I know everything about Risk of Rain 1 because of how much you played it.
Played that shit to death. It was so much fun. So much fun. And then, so we're looking for orange smoke. I'll let you know if we see it.
Orange.
Yeah. But yeah, like just having access to this. What a great shot. Thank you, sir and or madam. No, so in this game you have you have permanent access to radio just because you can broadcast it into your head. And so it's a lot like GTA, where there's like preloaded copyright-free stations. Some of the stuff they got is pretty cool.
Huh? Oh, shit.
Hello, I would like to see if this works. Well, I missed. Thank you. Okay, I'm not dicking around. This monitor is brighter than my laptop, and I can't. No, I can't see the reticle.
You can't see the what?
I can't see the crosshairs.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh my god. I really need those new glasses.
Oh, I should order those for you.
Yeah, I just got. Let's see. I don't want to do larger. I want to. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it prevents motion sickness. Oh, screw that. Man, I remember when GTA first came out and everybody was like losing their mind. Because because it was like so violent, like we weren't allowed to play it because, oh my god, it was so evil, you know?
Oh my gosh, I have a client that I work with a lot of clients who are homeless, and I have a client that moved into a place, which was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
And so we were trying to like get him something like fun, and so he asked for an Xbox, and I was like, "What games do you want?" And I work with people who are like involved in the system, and he's like, GTA, and I'm like, I'm not buying you GTA on the Xbox, bro. I'll get you Call of Duty, but I'm not buying you GTA.
Do you know about the drama with GTA 6?
No.
They just pushed it back like another 2 years or something like that. Gary Bates. Well, I hope I was supposed to kill him. Because he is no longer with us. Oh, I know what I was going to try and do. Okay, I need to get a little fast travel. Hey, wait, I hear it. Okay, so in the DLC...
They replaced their TV because a bunch of pixels were being blue. You couldn't see crap. The game was, the show was dark.
Fuck, nothing bothers me more than dead pixels. Fuck, I hate it so much. So this... Oh, that's not orange. Shit. Okay, this screen is very different. It's red. Bright red, in fact. So these are airdrops, which is DLC ads, and NPCs will come and swarm it if you don't get to them first. North Taco 22 with the Prime. Thank you so much.
GTA 1 was too violent for 3-year-old you. God, we're old.
Fucking ancient. So that's lockpicking in this game. In case.
I don't
Whoops.
feel like our TV's particularly bad or anything, but like at the height of Game of Thrones, we had to turn
Oh.
like every damn light and the thing off. People couldn't see shit.
Oh, Jesus. Sir! Okay, don't know how that works, but okay. Nice level? Fuck yeah, I leveled.
Like basically any superhero movie of the last
Yeah, any Zack Snyder black and white, anything we could. And it's like they totally edited them to be like, look, fuck.
way more.
I have a second heart. We're fine. To look great on what? I just go.
It's just funny.
Yeah, no, to look great on like OLEDs, and I wasn't gonna fork out that kind of money.
Just Game of Thrones. Yeah, but it was excessive.
I remember that.
And
God,
then
it was
like
so
the
bad.
darkest thing, and you're like leaning in because you're trying to watch it, and then it like cuts to the desert, and you're like, ah!
I mean, it was exactly, or it is exactly like what's happening with audio, where like the dialogue is all whispers, and then
Yeah, and then you have to turn it up
fucking
really far, and then
yeah, Hans Zimmer records
scream.
an actual thermonuclear explosion. Just yeah, no. Okay, there is loot here. Do either of you have loot? Does your leg have loot? There we go. Let's see.
You go, girl. Come here.
What is my cable pulling on?
Yeah, good girl.
Okay, so let's see. That's that. That's that.
I'm so glad Game of Thrones ended at 5 seasons.
Yeah, right.
There were no more seasons after 5. I like kind of how the story ended, but you know, at least it ended on a high note.
We'll have to wait for the book to come out. Sir, I gave you an out, and you decided not to take it. Yeah, I mean, you know, whenever it's like, oh, Hans Zimmer composed this, I'm always like, oh, okay, so his name is on it. Like, gotcha.
So Hans Zimmer's interns composed all of this, and then he like tweaked
Oh shit!
it and
Oh shit!
slapped
Oh
his
shit!
name on it.
I lived. We're fine.
Robot knees are okay.
I fell again. No, I have special legs, so I can double jump. Okay, I fell again. All
What are
right.
you, me?
I don't know what's going on. I think I bugged the game out a little bit.
Only one person in this relationship can fall.
We're looking for a fast travel spot. Shh.
I like
Oh,
that
oh, oh.
emote. Look at it.
The flaming fox.
Fire!
Wait, we gotta steal a car.
Steal a car.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice
Oh,
car.
he does not want you to take his car.
That's too bad. Huh? It's not his car. It's our car.
There you go, car guys. He just looked at me like, yeah.
Real beauty, isn't she? Grab the cords to my drop spot and fly.
Okay, so now what we have to... So this is really awkward because I'm not using guns. So if anybody chases me, I have to either blow up the car or hope that I can throw a knife.
I was gonna be like, can you lean out the window and like, hee.
Let's see. Oh wait, I can't. Wait. So I gotta scan. So this is me leaving the DLC area to go back to the normal area.
Oh, okay.
This is how the game does it.
Huh. I thought it was gonna store your car like in Japan.
Oh yeah. No. Hold on. Let me see if I
If you
lean
hear a
out.
bunch of crinkling, we have paper for the cats, and they're
So
attacking each other
I currently have my knife out and I can throw it.
from the top. Oh, I see.
Oh no! Wait. Actually, it's a gun. Huh? Interesting. I don't.
Just your little hand sticking out.
I don't have a gun equipped though. It's a magical gun. To the other voice, this is Sarah, my wife.
Hi. I'm the wife.
Vixie. We'll have to check them out. Message me on Twitter. Oh my god, this thing handles like a... Like, I don't even know.
I would make all of my emotes with cats.
Yeah, we can do that. I'd have to stream more regularly though.
Your cats are so cute.
They are. I do
Ice
need to
Cream
get...
would be all the angry ones, and Popsicle would be all the fun, silly ones.
There you go.
He's not
Popsicle.
actually that angry.
Ice Cream is the assassin. Popsicle is the wild card.
He tries. Sarah with an H.
Sarah with an H. Yep. You know, I'd love to get back to it. There's like, every once in a while I'll go on to like Music Theory Twitter or Music Theory YouTube, and I'm just so over it. You know, like I can't. It's just so. Ugh.
I felt that way about writing papers after I finished grad school.
Don't. Oh.
Somebody at work was like, hey, can you write up like a proposal or something for something? I was trying to like talk them into things I was spending money on, and I was like, oh, that sounds like a paper. He was my boss's boss at work, where I literally looked him in the face and went, that sounds like a paper.
No, I'm on Blue Sky as well. Like, it's tough because everybody, like, all of the professional contacts that I made were on Twitter, and they're not on Blue Sky. But no, I mean, hold on. Wait a minute.
It's also hard when you got used to saying Twitter for so many years. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Blue Sky.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna Skype you. Obviously, we're not gonna Skype.
Do people even know what
Gotta
Skype is
go.
anymore? I still say retweet even when I'm like posting something on Blue Sky. I guess it's
Yeah.
repost. I don't know.
Ooh, there's stuff here. Okay, now we can go.
Yeah, Ethan's on Blue Sky.
I'm on Blue Sky.
I'm
I
also
keep-
on Blue Sky.
I keep trying to call them.
Not exciting. It's just our cat.
I have the same problem like tweet, and so I'm like, oh, it's a Sky tweet, so it's a skeet. Oh, I'm gonna skeet all over Blue Sky. You know, and it's like that's not something I should say in public.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, right. Could you not? Who the hell is following me?
You're destroying this very next door.
Get rid of them. Get rid of who? Oh.
Run him over.
Huh? No, he's on a bike. So I'm gonna knock him out while he's on the bike.
All your favorite Japanese artists are on Twitter. I'm not sure why they moved to Blue Sky. Not moved to Blue Sky. And
Sir, can you just... Okay, just...
skeet all over them punks. He's diapering.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that you with TikTok only post videos of your cats. For a while, I had a coworker who refused to get on TikTok. She was like, she would joke and call it TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah, she gave up.
Yeah, I knew I picked the right word for the game. Thanks for the
My
help.
TikTok is mostly just
But you will do
Ethan's
the
TikTok
finishing
at this point.
It's our... my
You do
phone...
like a lot of things for me too.
My phone has been broken. Not broken, but just basically unusable for
Like-
years. like
the first year of grad school, basically.
oh, since way before that.
It's still got like texts and calls because we communicated when you were at school, but that was about it.
Yeah, and I mean, it would stay charged for one class.
Yeah.
You
It
know.
doesn't really hold a charge anymore. So anything fun Ethan does on my phone, which includes TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any
So
loot?
TikTok has no
Right.
idea who we are because it's like, oh, here's this interesting post about this, and here's this, and then cats.
Yeah. TikTok is fucking wild, dude. Oh wait, gotta watch the color change.
I totally respect people who don't want to do TikTok. I'm also like, China already has all of my information.
They all have.
Google
all
has all my information. It was a joke that the government had all my information, but now they really do.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm just like, everybody has my information.
I don't want to do that.
I've been fingerprinted for multiple jobs.
That's true. All your social.
I'm in
work
all the
stuff.
systems. Like, just, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, looks like we're going for a drive.
My credit score is pretty decent. That's my only real concern.
Yeah. I'm a fucking degenerate, so don't ask me.
Well, my credit's not as good as it was. I bought a... Tell me why, if you have to have great credit to buy a car and get a good deal, but then once you buy the car, it fucks your credit. I'm like, this is counterintuitive.
So you want to know how you beat that?
Don't buy a car.
Don't buy a car. Work from home. There you go. Just put your whole license on the line.
ASL lessons. I have a friend who's deaf. I wish that I had had her teach me ASL when we were, like, younger.
That's how I feel about my mom in Spanish. I still don't know why she didn't teach me Spanish. That's how just general mental health issues.
I just don't want to attach another account to my email. Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is more secure than my flippin'. I feel like my email, like with all the fucking email login steps, is more secure than half of my shit.
Yeah.
Not my computer, but
It also feels like nobody really teaches. Wait.
not my work computer. My computer's not that.
Akira Slide. I feel like nobody really teaches about like internet safety anymore. Like kids are just signing up for everything. Yeah, as soon as something is like, oh, you want a free trial of like XYZ, and they're like, cool, give us your credit card information. I'm like, oh, peace. It's over.
Amazon gets so annoyed with me because
Are either of you tired?
Amazon gets so annoyed with me because like, I won't pay for 10-day unlimited because I just won't. or like Audible. So I wait for them to offer me like a certain number of months for free, and then I put a little reminder on my calendar, and then I cancel it, and then I wait until they give it to me for free again.
Let's see. I'll take that.
Because I refuse to actually buy those services from Amazon. I still shop on Amazon, but I refuse to like give them money for a service that I don't necessarily use all the time. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah.
I feel like kids these days are like the younger equivalent to like boomers. Like I feel like we got boomers, everybody in between, and now we have these young kids, and they're like new boomers who don't know how to internet because it's always been there, so they just think it's fine.
We had this huge problem, and understand this is like a joint graduate non-graduate class or
ASL in college, they didn't offer that at our school. That would have been cool.
We had this huge problem in our tech class. First off, so with these motorcycles as well as some of the cars, you can pick what color you want.
You've told me this.
So they default to red, but when you get on it, watch.
I know what light.
You didn't look,
no,
did you?
It's blue. I see it.
Okay.
One of the cats jumped up on the back of my chair. Hello, puppies. You want to say hi?
No, we had this huge problem in the tech class that I took, because I took a couple like music technology class or electronic music composition classes, but it's a big gray area, right?
It says Facebook on this Discord. You can connect those. So I can, like.
Yeah, no. So it was. We used to have a problem all the time because we were using all kinds of proprietary programs, and audio software is just a nightmare in general. And I just went straight through that magical van. All these kids kept saving their data to clouds, but because these are all like funky proprietary files in their own formats and everything, they kept getting corrupted, or they were only saving like half of what they needed to. And I mean, it was like every class, people were losing like substantial amounts of data. That's
so much worse than like a lot of my coworkers are like Mac owners, which like not necessarily shade to Mac owners, especially if like you do art or something. Like I totally understand that, but they're like, I don't know how to computer Mac owners, and then everybody at work is like, oh, Sarah is the IT person, and I'm like, no, I literally just Googled how to fix your problem, or I just happen to know because
I'm telling you, man.
The layout of your email changed, and I changed it back.
I'm telling you, there's something about having to write HTML for MySpace that
I
just
miss
like
those days.
it like forced you to know something, you know, not necessarily be like good, just know something.
I was the one in my friend group that learned how to do that, so then everybody gave me their passwords so I could do HTML outlines on their Facebook.
I've met your high school friends. It sounds exactly like what. Yeah.
Yep. Googling should not be a skill.
Yeah.
I tell my parents that all the time, which like at least my parents are like actually boomers, and they'll be like, I wonder what this is. And I'm like, why don't you look it up? Or, Sarah, how did you know that? I Googled it. Right here on my phone, in my hand, as you asked me.
Alright, I need to look up what this is actually all about.
You are me right now. Love my parents dearly, but good. Oh my god.
Dude, Raphael with Prime.
Aw, thanks, Raphael.
Thank you so much. Of the curse, yeah.
My father got my mother a new cell phone for Christmas. And called me while I was at work. My dad didn't call me very often, so I was very concerned. And he called me and was like, I want to get your mother
what I gotta
a
do
phone
exactly?
for Christmas. I'm like, that's great. Her phone's super old. That's a great idea, Dad. And he goes, but you're going to stay long enough on Christmas to set it up, right? Because I don't want to set up for your mother. She's just going to yell at me. And you'll have it done in like half an hour tops, and it'll take me like 3 hours. And I was like, did you seriously just call me before you bought Mother's gift to make sure I would be there to set it up? Yes. And yes, I set up the phone. Our cat has found the spoon that you ate lunch with and is licking it.
That is not my fault. It's entirely my fault.
And then he immediately ran away. Now he's going like charging people. You are such a menace!
I think I'm getting old.
He's one in like a week.
Yeah, he's a little baby. Hi! You didn't see anything, did you?
You cute. Good cheese. I'm gonna be so mad at you.
Okay, can we get in there? I'm looking for the unconventional entrance.
You work from home. Google random terminology for lawyers. Working in the justice system has, like... I couldn't defend anybody, but, like, I could help you read your court documents. Like, I'm pretty fucking good. Half of your
Some
job
things
and
never
personal life.
change. Gonks take the ballot and think they're
I don't do
actually
it
making
here.
a choice.
Ethan's much more tech savvy than I
Only
am.
ever been one choice in this city. Same shit.
And it's just really Ethan's also more patient than I am. It's really like if I can't get this to work in the first like
Contract closed.
5 to 10 minutes, I'm usually like, fuck this.
The thing about computers that makes them so frustrating is that they tell you exactly how stupid you are. Because, especially when you're coding, because they just do exactly what you told them.
Yeah. You didn't change anything, it's you.
Yeah, so it's like if it's not doing what you need it to, it's because you failed.
There are legal. That's kind of fun.
That sounds stressful.
Do you read like motion? Like what legal things do you proofread?
Give me your stuff.
Like are you reading court transcripts? I feel like if I ever suddenly like magically lost all of my degrees somehow, I would become a court reporter. And learn the weird keyboard.
Oh, a stenographer?
Yeah. I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
Hearing, trials, depositions, transcripts. That sounds so cool!
No, I couldn't do it. I definitely could not do that.
I love watching court.
I can't. I got jury duty once, one of the most embarrassing, humiliating times of my life. We'll never do it again.
Okay, this is so unfair. I desperately want to get jury duty. I will never be selected for a jury because of all of my education. Like, I have a bachelor's and a master's in social work, and I'm licensed, and I work in the justice field. And it's just, I would never be picked. But oh my god, do I want to get called for jury duty? I've never even gotten a summons.
I got picked back when we were dating. But now if I ever got picked, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, my wife has done contract work at the jail, so I can't be impartial.
Can't be partial anymore.
Yeah.
I've never been summoned. And it's not even I haven't been picked. I've never even been summoned.
So
and now I like work in the system, so now there's like if I do get picked, it'll be one of my fucking clients. So I won't even be able to do it. But I'm still just like I just want to be summoned.
Yup.
Ethan's been summoned.
I got summoned and
My mom's been summoned like 3 times.
I got summoned and I ended up sitting, I served jury duty, ended it in acquittal, all while wearing an Avatar
It was a
t-shirt.
mistrial.
It was a mistrial, you're right.
Yeah, I wasn't in acquittal.
Wearing an Avatar t-shirt, a blue Avatar t-shirt, because I didn't realize that when you get summoned for jury duty, they mean that day. I thought it was like, cool, we're going to pick you for this trial, come back next Tuesday or whatever. So I'm in jeans and an Avatar t-shirt, and it's it's kind of a serious deal.
I felt really bad because he got summoned.
Hold on. And I ended up sitting on trial, sitting behind my music history professor's husband, who was a theater professor at a different school. And so, like, it was one of those weird things where it's like, well, my girlfriend that I've been with for forever, she's a social worker. It was like, do I say that, or like I'm sitting there like what like while the proceedings are going on, and then it's like, well, do you have any reason with any of the other jurors? I'm like, his wife teaches me music history, and the judge is like, is that going to bother you, sir? And he's like, no. Like, is that going to bother you? And I'm like, I guess not.
No, he just had to get out. Remember, he said he felt uncomfortable and then he left.
No. He left for some other fucking reason. It was specifically, it was like, hey, we know each other. We should both leave, right? And he didn't like take the hit. He was just like, nah.
No, I felt really bad. Well, first, Ethan got a summons at his parents', which is not where we were living.
Oh,
Not even close. And
so-
his parents didn't fucking tell us.
For those of you who've like been around, you guys know that like my family has a lot of like genetic mental health issues, right? So if it's like, hey, we're gonna send something to your parents' house, it's like, cool. You might as well just flush it down the toilet. Like, I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah, so they didn't tell us, but he got a jury summons. I think we were like went to the house for some reason, which is not close to where we went
No,
to college.
no. I got served a notice that I failed to appear
That's right.
for my jury summons, and then I called my parents, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it looks like you have a summons right now from 4 months ago." And I was like, "Okay,
So when we
you
had to call-
you know this is a criminal thing now, right?"
Yeah, so then we had to call, and they were like, "Oh, cool. Here's your new one. Come in tomorrow."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Shit." So I dropped Ethan off.
And for whatever stupid fucking reason, I'm like, "Oh yeah, when you do jury duty, you're not like doing jury that day. You can come by later." Also, I was like, I'm like 21 years old. I have a music
also
degree.
told him, like, "Oh, don't worry. You won't get picked."
Well, because the other thing is like, well, we don't like people who are like well traveled. We don't like people who are educated. We don't like people who are like this and that. And like, I kept thinking, I was like, yes, I've been to Europe. I've been all over the United States. I read. I'm literate. You know.
Yeah, I told he's like, "Can I wear my Avatar shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah, you won't get picked. You'll be out in like an hour and a half."
Shit, cunt, mama.
Yeah.
We got this. You, V? Don't you fuck up down at the docks.
Something's up.
Stubborn ass.
I just-
Remember,
so-
Daniels?
The thing
to
is,
help
like,
you with
I
this
have a
gig.
coworker who got called for jury duty, but she doesn't.
Yeah. Pig
like,
who picked up
live
a
as
ride
close,
when I dropped by your
so
chop
she's
shop.
called in like a different
My
area.
garage.
They picked her.
But yeah, that's him.
I was shocked.
Anyway, listen up. You're going to Corporal Plaza,
And I'm like, Mayor
Arasaka
Simmons.
Docks. Gonna swipe us a
I
truck
like
hauling
openly
med
tell
equipment.
people.
Your backup?
I like openly tell
Daniels
people that like
and
if
his
you
buddies
could like
from
do
the
jury duty as a
NCPD.
job,
They'll
I would
be
do that.
incognito, dressed as workers. You head on over. Daniels will be in touch.
Huh. Shit, not a single Your Majesty. Keeps
So much
going
about the
like this,
system
El
and random
Clowno
people.
might even get a haircut.
It's like the lady on
Great.
TikTok,
That
the
all?
lawyer who reads court transcripts. Oh, she's
we
my
pull it
favorite.
off. The kids in San Domo won't have to go through what I did. Anyway, need a smoke. Go on, give a chum some space.
Right.
Okay, and so that
Where
guy
have I
cannot
heard
see.
that one before?
Uh,
They all
Keanu.
say they want
Keanu Reeves.
space, but what they really want to
Correct?
hear is, Muammar, is everything
oh, you're
okay?
listening to the.
Yeah, sorry, I was
I
listening to what
gotta
they're
be
saying.
your
Sorry.
fucking
Even at
empathy
the headphones,
coach
I don't.
now too. Chum clearly wants to talk about it, just can't say so.
Okay, see, I hear what you're saying, and while I think your job sounds awesome, I'm dyslexic as shit, so I can't proofread crap.
No, I'm way too nervous.
I have all of the
So
like
it's me and the NCPD
computer,
collecting
everything
corporal
that's
property.
anything except
Together.
AI installed
You
to
trust
like
him?
proofread my
That's just a
emails
little
because I'm
after
like,
our side gig for
here's my
Daniels and his
email, and it's
badge
like,
bros. But do I trust
did
him?
you mean plane
Shit, we
instead
grew
of
up together.
plane? And I'm like, yes,
Right here in
yes,
Santo
I did.
Domingo. You
Which is
know
great
what we
because
were
I do
most
email,
scared
like,
of as kids?
lawyers and things, so it's nice to make sure.
Gangs, a stray bullet.
Yeah, those too, but no. Talking a different everyday fear.
Oh,
Biggest fear
I
was
could
a
do
glass
that.
of water. You see, the filters sometimes
Unless it was really
gonked
good and
out.
I got
Any
invested in the
sip
drama,
could
and
be
then I was
your
like, shit.
last. Talking cancer,
all right.
arthritis, kids with
Will
the
you
joints
talk
of
in my chair?
70-year-olds.
Well, you need your
All in
fuzzies
a
trimmed, girl.
fucking glass of water. In these homes, every damn day, years on end.
Shit. This is Sokka's
I have no
doing.
idea what's happening in the
Gotta
story.
be.
I don't have
Arasaka
headphones on.
factory's been pumping poison into the groundwater here since 2061. Of course, we didn't know how bad it was for a good long while.
As I fucking thought.
Looking like my morning vision.
So this
without
med
glasses.
equipment, it's gonna help the sick, right?
Hi, Popsy.
Should ease some of their suffering,
Huh.
yeah.
Did you all
the
hear
most
that? That was
important thing is
Popsicle.
peeps will see
That's
someone
rare.
still gives half a
Usually don't
shit.
do that. Come here.
Maybe they'll feel something besides
Here.
fear for a change.
Come here. Come on.
Stealing for the
You too.
greater good. The system, man, is all kinds of fucked up, V. Anyway, get going. And don't let us
You want me
down.
to not be
I
talking
won't.
over the...
You're fine. No,
Okay.
I'm just like I'm reading. It's like this would be silence if you weren't here anyway.
This is Popsicle. He's a little tuxedo.
Yep.
His birthday is
Oh, and his toe beans are a little jacked up.
next Monday. Yep. Oh, we
Oh,
gotta get him a present.
It's seriously next Monday?
Yeah, it's Monday.
Oh shit. I've been doing so many of the side quests. Alright.
Can you post a new link for the Discord? Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
We've already done that.
I gotta do that.
The kitties eat special dry food because I'm allergic to cats.
Mm-hmm.
So they eat that special Purina food that decreases the allergens that they produce.
So on special occasions, holidays, birthdays, we get them one of those fillets from PetSmart.
Little like vacuum sealed cat fishy ones.
Mm-hmm. Ice cream hates mackerel.
Yeah, we got her mackerel one time. She refused. So,
Literally just didn't eat it.
salmon for that girl. Popsicle doesn't really chew, so I don't
No,
think he
he
cares.
inhales.
Like we literally, when we come home, when somebody comes home, Ethan taught the cats that they get crunchies.
This
I
is-
can't say the other word because they'll get excited.
Yeah, this is from when I was in grad school. So like I come back from the bus,
It was just ice cream.
and yeah, it was just ice creams before I had
we
popsicle.
have had popsicle since February.
Yeah.
So Ethan taught ice cream that she gets crunchies when he comes home.
Whenever
So then-
whenever the front door opens and closes, basically.
But not when I take out the trash, even though they try.
Yeah.
But so Popsicle learned that too. But so when I have to pick them up. I have to give ice cream her crunchies because she picks them up one at a time.
There's a little lady about
a little
it.
lady about it. And then I try to go as like slightly further away, and I put down Popsicle's crunchies. And then he does not chew them, immediately inhales all of them, and then if you don't stand in between them, goes and inhales ice creams.
Yeah, she, oh god. Oh Jesus. Lived. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. She will like sit down and chew each individual one. He literally will take one and then not chew it. And then he throws up. It's like, oh jeez.
No, he
so,
throws up because he I'll tell that story later.
so ice cream, he's eating birdseed outside.
That was the second time he puked.
So ice cream is a calico. Popsicle is a tuxedo. If we got a third cat, I'd want to get an orange cat, and that would be Sherbert.
The plan of this round was to get an orange cat, and then I found Popsicle because we wanted to adopt a special needs cat. So he was born with his feetsies are weird, and he walks on like on his back feet. He walks on like his little tippy toes instead of his whole foot because his feet are weird, and he was born without claws. So he's a bae, but and then I saw him and I was in love with him, and I talked Ethan into
What
it,
can I get for you? Something hot, cold, coffee, liquor.
which I feel a little bit bad because he's
Pass on the coffee.
he's severely
I'll have a
mama's
spunky
boy.
monkey instead.
He really, really is.
Everyone listen up. This is a fucking robbery. Mr. Slick, behind the counter? Yeah, you. Shut the fuck up. Put your hands up where I can see them. Rest of you, stay where you
Somebody
are.
likes being the center of attention.
What part of keeping your fucking mouth shut did you not understand? How about you go first? Hand over your wallet. Nice and easy.
His
You're giving me
name
mixed
before
signals
we
here.
brought him home was
How am I
similar
supposed to dig into my pockets if my hands are in the air?
Tippy toes?
Either I'm
Not
reaching
quite,
for the
but it was
ceiling
similar.
or for my wallet. It's one or the other.
Think a sense of humor is gonna get you out of this? You know who always dies first? Funny people, like you. The wallet with Eddie's. Nah.
Discord link. I made that one not expired.
Ooh.
I know
Why did
that'll
you do that?
proceed to go away, but I just figured.
Ted, asshole!
So yeah, those are our menace cats. That's your kitty. Let me see.
Well,
Popsicle plays fetch like a dog too.
what's important is that you three tried. You failed, but you tried.
You feed your cat wet food, she takes tuna. She'll starve before she eats it.
Years? This place and how
Only after we got
Why
ice cream,
6
she
streets
got
in Needham?
sick. And like super long
God,
story
you
short,
are-
we had to give her like
Order whatever
shots
you want.
every
It's
day
on the
for like
house.
86 days or something like that. But after to reward her, we would give her licky treats.
One of the Churros, the little kitty go-gurts.
No, it was a different brand before that. But we gave her tuna ones. She will no longer take tuna licky treats. But now we have popsicles, so I give her more tuna ones. I'm still not sure if he actually tastes anything.
He absolutely fucking inhales.
He literally inhales.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has to get closed in a different room at breakfast and dinner because he inhales his food and then he tries to inhale ice cream's food.
Which is a huge bummer because we had ice cream on an auto feeder.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so she's a lady, she eats some, and then she has to go walk around, say hi, get some attention, look out the window.
Well, so yeah, so
then she goes back and eats a little bit more.
Well, that was the thing is like she would graze, which was great because you could just leave the food out and she would get to it when she got to it, you know.
So, but now we have to, we leave him in his room after he's inhaled it in about 3 seconds, and then ice cream's getting better at it. She's learned that she's gotta eat it or it goes away.
Yeah.
But we give her a little bit longer because she still has to eat.
He will sprint, slam into her feeder, and then lick the bare-ass bowl.
Yeah, every time we let him out, he comes and licks the entire bowl.
It's wild.
Even though it's empty. We feed him too.
Oh, we feed him more than her because he's a kitten, so they're supposed to get more.
Yeah, so the first time we got him and he puked, we figured out how to knock over the auto feeder.
Yeah, so we had to
got
put
the lid off.
Then we had to put a weight on top of it. We put an ankle weight on top of it so it wouldn't fall over. Just
Yeah, but he knocked it over. And then ate a bunch of stuff out of it. And then
those RFID ones, I don't know. They're really expensive.
They're super expensive. So then he puked all over the apartment. I had to clean it up. And then I had to cuddle him in my arms for 20 minutes because he had a tummy ache.
This isn't a bar?
Yeah, he had a tummy ache and needed mommy cuddles. And then the second time he just puked last night because Mr. Intelligent was eating bird seeds off of the deck, and I switched from the little bird seeds to sunflower seeds.
You heard what Pepe said.
Because
Take
our
a
birds in the
fucking walk.
neighborhood are eating me out of house and home. So I was like, I'm
Or
going
I
to
plant my blade in your ribs.
You know what?
So he tried to eat a whole
Not my
sunflower
base,
seed and then
not my
proceeded to puke it
corpo.
up on the curb.
Oh, so we got your permission, hombre.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. I said the wrong thing.
I do. I watch Court partially for work and mostly for fun.
And it's really stressful because like when you're working from home, I don't know if you're like in court and they can hear
If I
you.
had to actually be in court, I would go into the other room. I just watch the live stream where like I literally cannot interact.
This isn't a bar?
If I have to actually be in it, I'm gonna go somewhere else because the last night I needed one of those screaming while I'm trying to talk to a judge.
True.
Hey, back off.
But you're not technically even supposed to.
You heard what Pepe said. Take a fucking walk.
June, fuck off. Or I plant my blade in your ribs.
Just try, Donk. Come on. Let's see what you got.
Go.
Well, just got
Nice.
real fucking interesting. And he just kicked in.
Oh, I gotta punch him?
Skip moment. Still watching the video recording and oh shoot.
Yeah, HIPAA. Know that all too well.
Circling him like sharks on the scent of fresh corpo blood.
Colorado live
Badly,
streams
you had missed
most of the courts.
Yeah, well, not all heroes wear capes.
So
How about we
watch that wherever it's public.
on the house?
Won't
And
say
they're not
no to a
actually doing
free
anything
drink.
legal.
To good
It's
fortune
really annoying
and
when my clients and
prosperity.
they're like, you need to do
Long
this.
day.
I'm like, you gotta tell your
Say
lawyer.
that
Like,
again.
but you can do
I'm on a
you gotta
double.
tell your lawyer.
No break.
Working overtime to make an extra buck?
Nah,
Are you
just
filing your motion?
don't want to
You
go
want me to file
home.
your motion?
10 years
How does that
married,
happen?
you
Is it
know.
wrong?
10 years and suddenly I'm not good enough.
Yeah, I gotta help this
She
guy with
has
his
to
marital
go
problems.
Get some side action. Anyhow,
Are you
since you
listening
brought
to
up money,
her?
you wouldn't
You
be looking
forget
for
an
a
anniversary.
gig, would you, V? Base solid.
Did you
Run
steal
me
her
through
wedding
it.
ring? Bad
It's
start.
about my wife, Red. Name's Cynthia. She's cheating. I'm sure of it. Only question is, who will? Could let it eat away at me. Or I could get someone like you. Ain't no more than an evening's work.
Ooh, police
Gonna have to keep
corruption.
tabs on your wife.
Cops
Follow
are so
around
stupid,
town.
guys.
She works nearby.
I
I'll give her the
would
address.
love to
Knowing her,
like,
she'll be on a sm-
Like half this city.
There's literally like
Wait.
2 cops that I actually
But
yeah,
today,
2 that I actually kind of like.
Colorful.
Cops are so
always like dressing up. Get a
At
woman's...
least in our state, to be a cop, all you have to do is have graduated high school or gotten a GED. You weren't required to have any additional
Let's
like
start with the
educational
fact that
training.
she always stays late.
It is cyberpunk
Besides
set
that,
in California.
well, we got a kid together.
I think
right?
it's supposed to be Southern
Doesn't even
California,
look
yeah.
like me. Different, eh?
Southern California /
Used to be
Mexico.
easy to check these things.
Why you want to know?
What's the point?
Simple one.
I want to look him in the eyes.
Oh,
You're my...
I know it's almost dinner time because Ice Cream gets really, really close to me and glares at me because she wants to
CD
make sure
Barr's
that I
betrayal of
lock her brother
beguiling
away.
woman
But then she
sounds like
sits outside
something
his
out of
door
a
because
pulpy noir
I don't know. She
thriller.
thinks the door's gonna open and she's gonna
Pepe
get
was
too
used to
sweet
listening
first.
to his
I don't
customers'
understand.
They like fight
complaints,
with each other over
but
it.
now it was he who needed to get something off his chest. It was the same old story. An unfaithful wife in a city where everything was uncertain.
you about done. I'm trying to
Things that, like,
focus.
small niche of us are into. Quick, pick a topic.
Huh? Sorry, I want to get this car. You were talking about like court and stuff. I'm like, okay, no, go for it.
I've derailed your chat.
No, you're fine. Man, cops, yeah, dude, absolutely. I deal with them all the time.
Yeah, from working from home.
Yeah, working from home. No, so yeah, I got my master's. Wanted to get back to YouTube. Saw all of the drama, and I'm like,
Man, YouTube has been on fire.
well, especially like music theory YouTube.
Everybody's so
Oh, fuck!
moody.
Vehicle's got to be in good condition. Well, not only that, people are like really moody, but then also people are like really, really wrong. Like really fucking
But
wrong.
then they like quadruple down if you point it out.
Yeah, and it's like, how do I sit here and be like, hey, that's a really cool video? It's wrong, but it's a really cool video. Like, I don't know how to like, I don't know.
Do that without somebody being like, wow, you're such an elitist.
Well, well, you get the whole like classical music elitist, or it turns into like, oh, you like, so and so wants to cancel so and so. It's like, no, but I don't know how to tell you. It's like,
No nicer way to put it. You fucked up. How about a little effort next time?
how did I fuck up? What the shit? I'm save scumming. Great.
Fired.
No, yeah, like I see all these videos about like, I'll just. What happened?
He was trying to get into the little crystal scratchy house, and I poked him in the butt, and I scared the shit out of him.
Aww.
Oh, buddy, where are you? I'm sorry. Come here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, auto save me there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go put him in his room for dinner.
Yeah, no, so like I especially like with grad schools, like I learned a bunch of stuff and now it's like, oh fuck, like XYZ is wrong. I don't know how to like bring it up. And I don't know why, but I can't like people won't respond to my messages, so I'm like, oh, I'm irrelevant, bummer. Yeah, it's one of those things.
CD Bar's betrayal of beguiling woman.
Alright, let's try this thing.
Sounds like something out of a pulpy noir thriller. Pepe was used to listening to his customers' complaints, but now it was he who needed to get something off his chest.
The
It
number
was the
of
same
grown-ass
old
adults
story.
acting like
An
you're all
unfaithful wife in a city where everything's uncertain.
You kind of wonder
Like,
if
that song is super dated. Like, don't get like. I'm sure a bunch of kids don't even know like High School Never Ends the song, but I'm still just like, what the fuck, guys? We're in our 30s. Some of you are almost 40.
every once in a while I wonder if that's like a part of. Damn it! I hit the corner. No, yeah, I wonder if that's like kind of the appeal. It's
Like they just keep refreshing for like the high school age.
if
But I feel like
I
that's
went
not
down the
even, I don't
scene,
know.
looking for the woman in
Maybe
the
young
pink
people or
jacket
people adjacent to young people.
with a sordid past.
I don't.
right there.
Just a request. Don't bang
Found a
around
whisker.
or I'll lose a bite.
You did? Oh, cool.
Believe in you, Chewbacca.
Whisker jar.
Well, like, you know, okay, so the one thing I always hate in, like, music theory stuff online is when it's, like, I don't know, it's like, oh, somebody just did their music theory homework, and now they're like, hey, guess what? This is actually the secret to all music. Like, for whatever reason, it always happens with, like, some ever so slightly abnormal seventh chords. It's like, oh, I just discovered augmented 6 chords. Here's the secret to good music. Or, like, it's a Neapolitan 6 chord. Or, oh, half diminished 7th. I think half diminished 7th was a huge thing for a long time. And it's just like, that's not the magical reason why a piece of music is good. You know, or, and this is like really, really common, it just turns into like a lyric analysis, or
Yeah,
like,
oh, let me watch me break down the theory of blah, 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 and it's just a lyrical analysis. Well, I'm like, that's cool, but that's not like theory.
well, I mean, it can, right? Because if you think about it, if you're singing a song with a text, there's like, I'm thinking of like Schubert, who's like the king of Lieder or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, I could see what he's doing in the work in terms of like just the raw music notation, but then there's like how it's playing off of whatever text he's setting, and so that's really cool. But if you're looking at the lyrics in isolation, it's, I mean, in my experience, it's more analogous to like poetry analysis, which is not a bad thing, but if that's what your limitation of music analysis is, it's like, I feel like you're missing out on a lot. Like, the thing that I fucking hate the most is when people like to play genre games.
Not gonna lie.
You know, where it's like, oh, such and such is punk. No, they're post-punk. No, it's this. No, it's that. It's like, stop. I don't want to hear your voice. Please.
See, okay, so picture Grace, I see what you're saying, where you're like, oh, there's more good faith, but also like then people want to like fight each other when they say anything. I feel
If that's the case, I have not been
I was
afforded.
like that, not on this end like of the internet.
Yeah, not for me. Like, I don't know.
I feel like the worst part is other creators. Like, I feel like less so now is like the audiences, and it's like other creators like shitting on other creators.
Yeah.
It's like it's literally like a high school
Like a high school kind of click thing.
Yeah, like a high school click thing.
Like LSF alone is just.
Like, I've literally seen like big YouTubers.
Whoops.
Like blatantly ignore other big YouTubers in like a live stream.
Oh, that's so awkward when that happens. That's
and
so
it's not like,
awkward.
oh no, there's like a jillion people in this chat and it's flying. It's not like a Twitch stream where you watch where like, it's not like Kai Fanat's like Twitch stream where like you literally can't even read it, and I don't know how he ever sees anything.
I don't know how he reads any of that.
It's like a little faster than this chat, and like some YouTuber will comment to be friendly in like a live stream, and then the other like content creator blatantly ignores them, and it's like, we all know you can see that there's no one else typing.
That's always right. Yeah, it's like you get what is it, dono walling, where like they pretend they can't see you until you like make TTS say something to them,
or they like address it like backhandedly by bringing it up in a different way but not acknowledging the person that said it, and I'm like,
my client, she is being held.
That's just fucking rude. Like, even if you don't like somebody, when you have nothing else going on, like, there are a few instances I feel like that anybody's ever done anything to justify that kind of treatment. Like, these aren't like, oh, let me ignore this person who's in my Twitch chat who we know is like has sexually assaulted somebody. That's very different. Honestly, like, just ban them and move on from your chat. It's literally like, hi, I've never said that I hate you. You've never actually done anything to me, but I'm gonna blatantly ignore you because, like, why? It's super fucking immature. And it's really clicky and, like, it's really sad. Because I'm like, don't you want more people to, like, this isn't helping YouTubers have a good look and be taken seriously. Like, I can't just, like, not talk to my coworker I don't like.
The thing that, well, coworkers tough because we're not.
You're like coworkers that work from home.
Almost. The thing that gets me, and this like grad school only made it like 1,000 times worse, is being right. You know, that sounds really stupid, but
how long you
it's
guys
not
gonna
even
keep
music
fucking?
theory YouTubers either. Sorry, I'm on like my kick. It's not even music theory.
Well,
YouTubers.
it happens a lot. Like the issue is it's so tough because it gets like really, it tends to get very condescending where it's like, oh, excuse me, I'm a music theorist. You don't understand what you're talking about. And it's like, it's not that, right? But it's kind of like an ivermectin COVID sort of thing where it's like, hey, this could get people hurt. This, you know, and like a lot of people are like, well, hang on, how does music theory get people hurt? That doesn't make sense. It gives a lot of fuel to people who want to be like Eurocentric or white supremacists, like a lot. And like I'll try to bring that up and be like, hey, so this is like bad, and they'll be like, fuck you.
Yeah, and like the thing to me is like, maybe it's because I have a fucking license and like I'm a licensed social worker and I had to do a lot of fucking all this stupid jazz, but it's like at this like it would be easier and less awkward if you literally just like DM'd the person like, hey, listen, I don't want to talk to you. Could you please not come into my streams? Like very confrontational, but done.
Not even that. You could just ban them instead of like pretending to be friends. Like it's a whole thing.
It's like a reoccurring thing where it's just like, how do you like? Everybody sees this. Like you're not subtle. I agree. People hate being told they're wrong, but it's not even like it's not even like you're going in there being like, let me tell you how wrong you are. It's like, hey, do you want to have a conversation about this? I actually know a lot of stuff I'd love to teach you. Like, what are you interested in? And they're like, oh my god, you can't teach me. That makes me stupid. I don't want to be wrong. I'm not going to ever talk to you ever again because you offered to teach me something that I feel I don't need to be taught because I actually already know everything. I thought we were out, like, we're all, like, we're YouTubers here, y'all. Are we all out here to, like, teach people? Like, if somebody had just, like, shut you down when you wanted to learn something from them, you would have never fucking learned anything.
That's the thing that, like, really fucks me up. Because, like, I talk about this a lot, where it's like, if I fuck up, you can look at, like, the description of my videos where it's like, oh, okay, I said this. According to this other source, I guess it's not so much, or
Ooh,
this
link
and
the
that.
video that talked about something similar. I'll save it and we can watch it
Yeah.
later.
And it's like, oh, thanks, I'll be sure to link it, I'll, you know, do this, do that.
Or it's not even a polite, like, hey, I appreciate that you're interested in teaching me this, but I actually am not super interested in that right now. Most fucking adults will be like, okay, fair enough. Like, I respect that you don't want to learn about that right now. I'll change the topic.
I mean, it's like I've had issues where I've had like really, really bad disagreements in a way that, like, if we're more public, would be career ending for someone. I'm not gonna speculate.
TikTok's fine. I'll save it.
I'm not gonna speculate who, but it's the kind of thing where it's like I ran it by professors because I was like, hey, if I'm not right here, I need to know because of just honestly a dozen and a half reasons. And like every single professor would be like, oh yeah, like in one case, are you asleep? Please be asleep. Don't get up. Don't get up. Okay. Sorry. One professor sent me to student legal services because they're like, what the fuck have you been dealing with? And like, I still have all the emails.
Come out. Let's solve this like warriors.
And it's the kind of thing where it's like, I can't talk to anybody about it because if I talk to people about it, he didn't even put up a fight.
You can just put it on here. It's okay.
Turns into a shit show.
I'm a mod. I am the only mod, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You could also put it in the Discord if you want. Either place is fine. Yeah, this is Discord. I linked it earlier. Hold on. I think it's still on my copy-paste board on my phone.
You want something?
It is!
I'm getting you out of here.
What?
Your husband hired me. I'll make sure you're safe.
Oh no. I can't click that on my phone.
Stupid, fucking worthless piece of shit!
Oh no!
Amy! Okay, I lied. Apparently, I
There,
can't open the
there.
link on my phone. Can you put it
You
on the
gotta
Discord?
help me, I'm begging
sorry,
you.
I'm needy.
That's why I'm here. Come on now. Let's get up.
I don't know why. I'm literally... Look. Why? Why Twitch Mobile? Why? Can I copy it?
Are you okay? Do you need me to kill somebody on your behalf?
Come. Oh! I am not a boomer.
Head down.
I figured it out. Discord is a very small, like,
I
very
missed
nice
it.
group of people. I'm not on there very frequently because I am a very busy human. But if you at me, I will show up. Mostly it's people adding me when bots show up and then I show up and get rid of them. Okay, I have the video saved so we can watch it later.
Would anybody else like a flying knife to the face?
My name? Yes. Is it?
What's up?
Yes, it is the same. Occasionally I was changing my Discord name around to make it a joke off of whatever the
All
latest
over
video
now.
was, so I had to check it.
You better Delta.
Lady?
Okay, picture of Grace, but that's exactly what happens. Like, you're like, hey, this isn't actually accurate. And, like, literally,
car?
it turned
It'll
into
take you
such a
someplace safe.
thing. So much
Thank you.
drama. And
Look
then,
out for yourself.
within the argument, somebody was like, here's my evidence. And they, like, posted evidence. That was literally not the thing that they were talking about and did not prove their point. And then when somebody pointed that out to them, they just shut down.
Informing Bradley now. Thank you for your help.
It is so
Closed.
so ugly. It's like okay, so like I bring up this point. Well, hold on. I brought up a point. Not only did I bring it up, I made like an unlisted video about it. And another content creator who I really respect,
Yeah,
who
she's cool.
I've seen no, the other person.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Who like I've seen all their videos, love their work. I had no idea
Even knew you existed.
that I even knew
This
existed.
person's never interacted it with.
Never spoken to me, doesn't follow me on anything. Wrote like a small essay, basically talking about how I was like having a mental breakdown, and I was like losing grasp of reality, and this isn't true, and that isn't true, and the other. And I read it, and I was like, did you? Is this a copy pasta? Like, did you put this on the wrong like place? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, it was really bad.
And then they were like,
well, hold on. Let me finish the story.
But I'm heated.
I know you are. Just let me finish. So no. It was definitely like, oh, he's having like a really serious mental health crisis, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And so somebody responded to him being like, I don't think that's what Ethan's trying to say, and then he sends a link, like proving his whatever with a source. And when you look at the link in the source, one, it's like full of typos. It's not like a credible source. It's just some dude's like blog. And
literally some dude's blog.
second, he explicitly says the part where like I'm right. And so it's like, bro, did you read this? Like, are you trying to like start a fight? Like, what's going on? And like while this
That's
was
their cat's feeder if you can hear it.
yeah, while that was happening, somebody else who's sort of like in his circle took to Twitter and was like, you're having a mental breakdown. And I'm like, what the fuck is actually going on? And so this all happened like while I was in grad school, where this happened. And this was in the middle of me trying to like make a video and make a comeback. And it's like, apparently all of these people fucking hate me and I had no idea.
Yeah, so now because this...
Let me finish the story. So I was like, okay, clearly I'm wrong, right? For these people to come forward and be like, bro, it looks like you're having like a serious crisis. There's no way you're right. I ended up talking to my professors about it because it's like, hey, if this is true, I have to like rewrite a chapter of my thesis, right? Like this isn't something that can just be like hand waved. So I showed my professors and they're like, is this normal for you? Like, I had to have a conversation, like, I was a representative for the internet. They were like, is this a normal thing that you have to deal with on a regular basis? And I'm like, it is now? Like, yeah, like, I now have to deal with this. And so, like, every single professor I spoke to, because they were all really interested in me being a YouTuber, because, you know, with the way the internet's working and the fact that, like, academia works at a glacial pace and people are still publishing papers about Mozart in the year of our Lord, current year, right? So they're like, oh, okay, so these video essays, how does this work? And like, da. So like, they were all asking me questions all the time, and I was like, yeah, this happened. And then that started spreading around the school. And so like, I think in the end, it was like 6 different professors who were like, this is egregious, this is unacceptable. One of them was like, you're being harassed. And so then if anybody remembers me talking about the worst professor I've ever had and the worst class I've ever taken, she was like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Here's student legal services in case you want to sue. And so, sure enough, I reached out to student legal services, right? And they're like, we can't help you, but I have a buddy who will. And so I talked to him, no intention of ever pursuing legal action at all. And this guy is like, you definitely have a case. The only reason you shouldn't pursue is that it's literally going to cost you a shit ton of money. You should make
he was literally like, it's a giant corporation. They will outspend you.
Yeah, they'll just outspend you, and that's how you'll win.
We ain't rich.
No. And then he said, you should put this in one of your videos and tell everybody about it, and then let me know, because I'm interested to see what happens. And so then I was like, I already tried talking about this at one point, and people who have been in the New York Times said that I was having a mental breakdown and was losing my...
Like, literally, we can't address it anywhere now, because if it comes up anywhere other than, like, here, or, like, the Discord, everybody's like, oh, he's bringing this up again, there's the fucking breakdown.
Yeah, or, you know, that or whatever, and so,
then everybody connected to that person is now literally acting like middle school students and refusing to acknowledge, like... I say our existence like I'm like.
Do you know that? Do you know the episode of Bob's Burgers where he goes to the burger conference?
Yes, it's that. Yes.
So there's an episode of Bob's Burgers, which is a great show. You got to check it out. And in this episode, Bob, who's kind of like a boomer, right? He goes to this conference for other fry cooks, and they're all guys who speak to each other on this like burger forum.
Yeah, there's like a burger subreddit.
Yeah.
Look at the attached and go to the given
and
address.
Bob's in there like making all these jokes, and he thinks he's like super funny, and it turns out everybody fucking hates him.
Your job is delivery to the Tiger Claws.
Except that this is like real, and it's like real gaslighting.
Not Sergey. Everything understood? I hope so.
Sorry. So, no, I love the lore in this game. Sorry.
And I figured, like, whenever you stop talking to me, I'm like, oh, there's some type of cutscene.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been really shitty, and then it's really hard to be like, I'm gonna go make stuff.
Well, hold on. So, like, I'll see these people, like, live streaming, and some of them will be like me. They'll have, like, 10 people watching. And so I'll be like, hey... this is a cool game. I like this game. Like, I'm trying to be, like, as friendly as, like, Blue's Clues, Bluey, like...
nothing confrontational,
Nick
not
G
like, why the fuck, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, this is a real fun game. This is cool. And, like, fucking crickets, dude. Like, that's been one of the really awkward things about moving from Twitter to Blue Sky is, like, all of those, like, that clique, and then the friends of that clique haven't followed me on Blue Sky, and I'm like... is there a Discord server that has, like, a picture of me with my eyes X'd out? You know what I mean?
But it's just your icon.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't know who you are. It's just the sideways icon with an X'd out.
And, like, that's... or, like, you know, so it's like that, or it's like, did I say something in one of my videos that pissed people off? Because things have gotten really political.
And nobody's fucking communicating.
And if it's one of those things where it's like, dude, if I said something, please let me know. I'm not a psycho. But fuck me, dude.
And like everybody we've reached out to has like
you are my knight in shining armor. My name is
the nice
Sergey.
people we've reached out to are like, I don't know, I'm not talking to that group. I have no insight knowledge.
It's not even like it's not even like you could say it's like a clique or a group. It's just literally I've seen you two talk before.
All right, then fling me the
And yeah.
coordinates.
Oh, it's absolutely an exclusive club. They're not treating it. It
I
is.
open door to garage.
They don't like you. You're not in
inside
it,
too,
and they
just in
apparently don't
case.
talk to you.
Presence the car.
It's a bit more than ordinary car, but
In a
in
live
nutshell,
stream where
yes.
like 5 people are
Just drive
actively
it there
chatting,
and they take care of the rest.
just sitting there.
Don't mess this up, huh?
For
count on
however
you.
long it takes for 5 more people to chat enough that it disappears off of the screen. Which, let me tell you, is like a good solid like 20 minutes.
Well, if any of you have ever heard of the smart YouTuber Mafia, you'll know some of the people I'm talking about. But where this becomes like a pretty big issue.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember this one.
thank God.
It literally you can't
Let
fit
me
out
out
of
before he returns.
But we're not going to tell you why we're mad at you.
You are.
But
Alex
we're mad.
Pushkin,
And then we're going to
Senior
tell you that
Assistant
it's
in
your
Quality
fault and
Assurance
that
at Biotechnica?
you need to stop
It's a Corpo QA
talking
doing
about
messing with the tiger claws.
this
You work
horrendous
for
thing
Tiger
that
Claws?
happened to you that you have feelings
I
about.
told them I
but also
wouldn't
we're going to sit
accept
over
their
here and
offer.
advocate for mental health and awareness and like you all need to listen because
It's
horrible things have happened to us. So you
How
need to
bad for a
listen to
change
our
of
horrible
mind?
things and those are valid. But
I
if
do
somebody
not know
else
what
comes
is
out and
going
says,
on,
hey,
but
this horrible thing
thank you.
happened to me and it
He
really
will not
hurt,
regret this.
no it didn't, shut up.
I'm sorry, I was listening to this dude in the trunk. What?
You got this job from Akako,
Oh.
yes? I will pay
He
her.
looks surprisingly well
She
for
won't
having been in the
hallucinate,
trunk.
and neither will you.
Oh, well, he's a corpo. So he's like
He's a cop.
no, corpo for corporation.
Oh.
So he basically looks like he's homeless. Here.
You would be the last
I'll be the judge of
person
that.
to get bought by a corpo.
It's like, I'm an expert. I will be the judge of that.
So I thought. You never fail to surprise me. Though I do suppose he who offers most shall get
That's fine.
his
You
way.
can't find it. You can't find it. It's not big deal.
Oh, I do not mean
I have the video
sadly.
saved.
No, sadly, he was outbid by another interested party.
Yeah,
Who
it's just,
knows what
and
will
then
become of him now?
it's like,
Quid
what are you
pro
supposed to
quo.
do? Like, how are you supposed to address this
Well-
in any way, like, public? Because they're gonna all team together. They have a lot of influence still.
So here's the thing, right? Yes, my fifis are hurt, right?
My fifis are furious.
Okay. My fifis are hurt.
I'm letting the cats out.
Sure, my feelings are hurt. Fine. I'm butthurt. Great. The issue now is if I make a video that like even indirectly disagrees with these people, am I pissing them off more? You know, like am I inviting more carnage? And that's not what I'm looking for. Fuck! You know, it's like, it's kind of like, I ran into this problem with Star Wars when the sequel trilogy was coming out, where it was like, I didn't care for the sequel trilogy, right? I didn't think it was the fucking fall of Western civilization or whatever the fuck that means, right? I didn't think it was like the end times, oh my god.
You literally murdered their children.
I was, yeah, like, it's not like I'm claiming their first words, it's like, oh yeah, this isn't for me, it looks like a lot of people are really into it, that's cool. Like, you know, like, literally, my concern for Star Wars began and ended with John Williams, right? That's just, I mean, I might be one note, but at least I'm consistent, right? But I remember seeing people on Twitter, like, dissecting what I said in the video and the way that I said it, and they're like, oh, he seems like he could be maybe a misogynist. And I'm like, oh, am I bad?
It's just these. The thing that gets me is that these people are out here actively advocating for like mental health awareness and like just let people like things. Like they're all out here being like, oh, everything is great and we need to be nice to everyone who's not a Republican or a Nazi. But it's like you need to be nice to all of these people, and then they're out here like, but also fuck you.
It was.
I don't like it.
I mean, like, it was, like, outright gaslighting. It's the kind of, well, just talking about, like, that situation all over again. It's like, and if it came out that that person was doing something like that, it would be like, you know, it would be like, holy shit, that's bad.
Yeah, but they see it as black and white, but then they're out here advocating for all this gray area. It's just,
It's,
oh my gosh,
it's a lot of
makes me so
horseshit.
angry.
But yeah, so, like, when it comes to me, like, it's like, oh, why don't you make a video? It's like, I'm working on it, I'm also trying to not like piss people off that I think I have pissed off.
And also, like, this horrible thing happened to you, and they're literally sitting there being like, no, it didn't. So it's like, cool, what if I make something and this horrible thing happens again?
That's
and
the
all
that's
of these
the
people are gonna still sit there and be like, well, it didn't happen in the first place, so now it's not happening now.
Well, it's kind of like the one thing that I always come back to, right? And this is sort of like an indirect trauma thing. Was the
Left at the cats.
I can't remember exactly how long it was. It was like 14 hours, and it was those guys who reviewed the Jenny Nicholson Joker video.
Oh yeah, those guys. I can't fucking remember their names either.
You know, but like, all I remember is that it's like Jenny Nicholson made a video and she was like, "Yeah, I didn't really care for Joker," and I'm like, "That's valid." And 14 hours were dedicated to like tearing apart what stuffed animals were in her bedroom.
Yeah,
and I'm
like her appearance, which always is like a great critique.
Well, I mean, if you present as a woman on the internet, you know, you and I are playing different games. Like,
I
that's
have
just
to tell your chat the funniest story, but keep going.
It's like, yeah, we're playing completely different games. The difference is like Nicholson got a lot of support. Like, obviously that should have never happened in the first place. Like, that's unacceptable. But it was the fact that like Jenny Nicholson was surrounded by people who could like support her. I don't have that, especially because I took this hiatus. Right,
Well,
because
and they're also obviously talking shit because there are people that used to talk to us who now no longer talk to us, but talk to all of them.
the one thing I'll say is, the one thing I really respect.
I say us like I literally do anything.
I really respect Lindsay Ellis for getting an editor
So
while she
you
was in
can
grad
find the
school.
port. Great. Way to go, Merc. You remember what's next?
Because if I were to if I were to do it all over again, I would have probably hired an editor so I could have consistently put out videos.
Skip it, Daniels.
Yeah,
Get to the
I see what
point.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Watch for security. Find
Can I
the
derail with
behemoth
a funny
truck
story?
with the Arasaka logo.
Yeah, go for it.
You were saying like
You got a
presenting as a
visual?
woman is
Hope
difficult.
you can handle it.
And it reminded me.
Once you're behind the wheel, we'll
So my
jam their
coworker was
cars.
helping
Should
a
give you time
client.
to roll before they call back
And
up.
but she had like her
Remember,
kids' school
the
calls,
gear
and it was
comes
kind of like
first.
emergency, so she
Don't
had to go
damage
take
it.
it.
Don't
So
fuck
I
around.
took over helping
Do
the client.
use
I
your
was
damn
like, setting
head.
up a phone for him.
Now
basically.
move. I'll be on the line.
And with all the love in the world, Buddy, real autistic.
But you've done all kinds of
Yeah,
work
I've
with,
worked with like adults with developmental
for like
disabilities.
no wait no you haven't worked with them for like 4 or 5 years.
3 years.
For 3 years you were the primary contact with host home providers, and you had like a clientele of like 20 different clients that you had to monitor, and you had to like go to their houses, make sure the smoke
Varying
detectors
disabilities.
works, all kinds of disabilities. Some of them were like criminal, I remember.
I had one kid who every time I came over would ask me what I had for breakfast.
Mhm.
And then I must have gotten too good to be prepared, so then I would come over and he'd mix it up and be like, what'd you have for dinner yesterday? And I was like, damn it! I was ready with breakfast! But
No,
anyway,
yeah, so you're kind of like an adult with learning disabilities expert.
yeah, so
You have a lot of
flippin',
experience.
So I'm helping this guy set up a phone. He's kind of autistic, and I have purple hair. So I'm like sitting helping him, and he looks at me and he goes, "Your purple hair is really cute." Long pause. I mean that in like a respectful way. I didn't mean that in like a way to make you uncomfortable. I'm really sorry if I made you uncomfortable. Is purple your favorite color? It's my second favorite color. And then I had to ask him what his first favorite color was. Forest green. Not green. Forest green.
Mm-hmm.
And then he proceeded to hit on me about 4 more times, but in like the most innocently awkward, autistic way. This man is also much older than me. And then my coworker got out of her phone call, and I was like, your client hit on me the whole time, but in like a really oddly sweet autistic way.
Oh, I think we're gonna buy a car after this. No. So it's really
Which
funny.
is way better than how I usually get hit on by clients, so I'll take it.
Yeah, like when you have to deal with people in the jail.
Yeah. That's always interesting. That's another. I'm going to derail with my feminist takes. We don't need to talk about my feminist takes.
Go for it.
I was just going to derail.
There aren't enough of them anymore.
I was just going to derail it with how annoying it is that I get hit on less now that we're married and I wear a wedding ring.
Yeah.
I legitimately get hit on less. And it bothers me because it's like a respect for Ethan who they don't even know.
Yeah, they're not
over
hitting.
like respect for me.
Yeah, they're not hitting on you out of respect for me, rather than like, oh, she's by herself, I can take her.
My least favorite is I had someone hit on me once when I very front forward talked about being married because he was hitting on me. And then he responded with, well, if your husband ever doesn't want you, I'll take you.
Fun.
And I'm sharing with you all my new favorite, my new mission for everything.
Yeah.
People who date people who identify as men. I'm gonna go with mostly straight men. People who date straight men need to say you.
Gotta say ew.
We all need to be saying you more. Because I really think it would help straight men realize how gross they are. No offense, my love.
No, I live with me.
Because I just, like, we were watching Temptation Island, because I love to watch shitty, like, reality TV shows.
Well, hold on. Watching a shitty reality TV show is very different when you're sitting next to a licensed social worker.
Yeah, I just realized it. And so then one of the guys said something, and I literally just, like, okay, yes, creeps are aggressive. You when you're sick. Not you, like, random dude on the street I don't know and no one else is around. Like, we're, like, in public, you're hitting on me, there's a jillion other people around, I'm gonna say you to your face. I also say you to my clients. I'm not a touchy-feely therapist. I think once upon a time I was. I've entered into more of the... my coworker, one of my old coworkers...
We're gonna see results.
One of my old coworkers left the job, and she bought us all pens with little sayings on them as our, like, going away gifts. And mine says, that idea is garbage. And that is my approach to therapy. Like, listen, it's your choice and you can make whatever decision you want, but that's a bad idea. You can make it, but it's a bad idea. I work with people in the criminal justice system.
Well, a lot of the people you work with in the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
Not always.
Put your hands in the air.
Uh-oh. We might be going loud.
Straight women have one thing, audacity. I also had one guy try to hit on me. I don't know what he said. He tried to hit on me when I was at the jail visiting. And he tried to hit on me. And I looked him in the face and I said, has that ever worked? And he just walked away. Like, it wasn't somebody, like, it wasn't my client I was waiting for. I was, like, waiting for my client to, like, get dressed in his cell and come down. So I was standing by the door, and this guy comes and, like, hits on me. He just walked away. Before I started this job, I think I was nicer. And now I've been at this job long enough that I'm just, like...
Ow.
I'm not gonna do it, like, I agree. You can't do it, like, in public when you're not safe. But, like, I'm in, like, a controlled environment. There are, like, jail deputies standing behind me, or I'm at the Justice Center where you have to go through, like, security to get in. So... Just
That is...
audacity.
That is not the cringiest time you've been hit on, though.
I'm female, need another female. What was the cringiest time I got hit on?
Huh?
What was the cringiest time I got hit on? I get hit on a lot. I go to the jail frequently.
You are in a lot of male-dominated environments. That is true.
It's really awkward when the cops hit on you too. They're a little more subtle about it, but that's also awkward. Especially because they're all fucking
here to help you out. Me?
Y'all, if any one, I trust that the people in this chat wouldn't date cops because we don't date cops. But two, don't date cops, they'll cheat on you.
Yes.
They're all married and they all cheat. The men. Most of the women are... Actually, I don't know if they're married or not. I've never asked because it doesn't really matter.
You don't... Okay, so that's not what we meant by fuck the police.
I have a coworker who's a little man crazy, which is awkward because she's about 10-ish years older than me. And she's always like, oh, that one's so cute. Oh, that one's so cute. And I just looked her in the face one day and I went, we do not date cops. She's like, no, that's the thing. We're just appreciating. I'm like, we do not appreciate cops. We may be in this system and frequently interact with them, but we don't work for the sheriff's office. We do not.
What about Daniels?
We are not nice to cops except for 2. There are 2 cops I like that are nice.
Though, I'm actually curious to know if you remember this, or if I'm about to trigger like a really, really horrible memory for you.
This is gonna be like way back when we started dating. I don't remember.
It is. So, when we first met, you were a giant weed.
It's true. I was.
One of the reasons, or one of the reasons we ended up dating, is because, and I quote, I was looking for people, because I didn't know anybody at the college, right? I was looking for people to hang out with, and I saw, anime club. There's got to be a bunch of losers there. I'll get along with them, right?
Oh, this
is cute. Hold on. So there was an anime club that met once a week, and they would just like watch anime, and it was like a good place where you could like do homework. It was kind of like a very, very smelly movie theater, you know? Oh, hey, Luke Mileto, how you doing? Hello. So we would go to that, and it got to the point where like I knew a couple people, but Sarah and I had a class together. Like we talked, we'd hang out for the class, and then we also went to the animated club together, and so like we did.
His dorm was close to my dorm, and my dorm had a dining hall, and his didn't, so we always came over to my dorm to eat at the dining hall.
Yeah, you know.
He went to 4 kids' dorm, and I was in the
Yeah, for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And no, yeah. So that was my W Riz. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so it got to the point where it's like, you know what I mean? Where it's like you're hanging out with a group of people and you don't
talking. The children are screaming.
And you don't necessarily know everybody's name, but you can pick them out of a crowd, right? That's kind of how it got to the point with me in this club. Now I gotta wait for Sarah to come back because that's not the punchline of this story.
The youngest was screaming because the oldest wouldn't let him out of the room. Continue.
Hold on.
Holy shit, Your Majesty. Talk about
Let me finish this RP and then
there we are.
let you know.
Mickey, check the gear.
Oh, did you
What
say
about-
hi?
Yeah, he's alive,
I was
all right.
separating the children.
Couldn't just leave the.
Every once in a while they need to be
But you
separated.
didn't.
Being a little unfit.
That's life in Santo Domingo.
And now the
Thanks,
oldest
El
is laying down
Capitan.
because she
Take
chased
care.
her for like 7 whole minutes.
Whoa, new car.
Quick, take the side mirror off.
Oh, this car actually handles really well. Whee!
Yeah, that's just great.
Sorry.
Right on the
Yep. Okay, so we go to this anime club. Now, Sarah had a lot of friends in the area because Sarah went to high school in the area. And so while Sarah was in high school, Sarah would go to local anime conventions. Right? In Colorado. There are not very many in Colorado, so
There used to only be one.
yeah, so if you're near or in Colorado, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Sorry, that was me slapping my arm because it's itchy, but I'm trying to not itch it because it makes it worse.
So, me trying to up my W Riz game, I was like, yeah, let's go to the con. Now I need you to understand, my knowledge of anime basically started and stopped with Pokemon and Digimon.
We were dating at this point.
We were dating at this point, and I was basically watching whatever the hell she told me to. I didn't know Bleach, I didn't know One Piece, I didn't know Naruto. It was very sad, and it was the
I
kind
did
of
not prepare him well enough.
no, and so you're walking to the anime convention. I didn't realize that everybody was going to be cosplaying, and there's just tits everywhere. So
Is this the line?
gotta let me finish. Gotta let me finish, because this is gonna be good. We weren't in line. We were not in line. Oh, this is a nice car. I want. We weren't in line, but we ended up passing somebody from the anime club, and I'm really curious as to like if you're gonna remember this or like when you'll remember this. So we're walking down the hall. Understand, I have like a backpack. You know, I dressed like I'm going on a hike because you're on your feet a lot for an anime convention. And that's how Sarah's dressed too. And this dude, who was overweight, like me, has dressed like the Joker from The Dark Knight.
Oh, that guy!
Greasy green hair, the makeup, the gloves, and he's like, he's not going full, I'm the Joker, baby! You know, he's not doing that shit. But he's very much just like, kind of got the swagger to him. And so as we pass him, he looks at Sarah, he's wearing gloves, reaches into his coat pocket, pulls out a playing card, it's a Joker card, and goes to hand it to Sarah, and like, as he's doing this, trying to like aura farm, he fucking drops the card.
I don't remember this at
He
all.
dropped the card, and I'm like, dude, you know we're together, this is super cringe. And then like, he fumbles as he tries to pick it up, and then he gives it to you, and then we both keep walking, because we were like going in opposite directions in the hallway. And I was like, I wanted to fold in half and unmake myself. I could not imagine how that poor dude felt.
I don't remember this at all. I remember the dude. I don't remember the card.
Oh god, it was tough. It was tough. And then there was that one coworker that you worked with like all 4 years of college.
Oh, he had a crush on me so bad.
Who had the biggest fucking crush on you.
He had the biggest crush on me.
And it was really unfortunate because he was like a pretty...
I promise you the Joker guy remembers.
Oh, dude. If... Okay, I just Austin Powered myself. Oh, dude, absolutely. Oh my god. Okay.
I feel bad I don't remember this.
That's the thing. I knew that's what I just saw. I knew I just saw the moment in his life where he's like, I don't think I'm going to dress up for cons anymore. Like, it was rough. It was rough, right? But no, the coworker who had a crush on you sucked because he was like cool. We like would
he
talk.
was a nice dude.
We would talk about like Dungeons and Dragons and shit. You know, like very nerdy. But he was really insecure about being short. And I'm a sea hair shy of 6 feet.
Bro, he was shorter than me, and I'm 5'6".
Yeah, and so like, that's the thing is like, there's nothing wrong with being short. I gotta read through this.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, like no.
Like sincerely, there's nothing wrong with being short, really. But so many guys just have hang-ups about it. And this dude was like, every time we talk, somehow his height would come up. Like either he'd bring it up or he was like thinking about it. And I was just like, dude, could you just fucking stop? And it would suck because we kept bumping into him. Like even after we graduated.
Yeah, after like we kind of spelt. It was back in the days before there were other social media, so everybody was on Facebook.
Everyone was just on Facebook.
And he became a teacher. So he deleted his Facebook because no teacher wants their kids finding them on Facebook.
That was the policy back then, right? It was
It's
like
also just really fucking awkward.
Yeah. That whole thing. Is he alright?
Yeah.
So that, like, obviously that.
I also had to jump that poor man's car every day for like a month until we figured out what was actually wrong with it.
And it sucked.
He was the shift before me, so I would come in and his car would have sat so it was dead. So then we worked at the front desk in the dorm. So we would have to close the desk, go out. Popsicles? Hold on, sorry, the cat.
It really sucked because he was like genuinely a cool dude, and so like, you know, a year or two would pass, and then we'd both go to like Denver Comic-Con, and we just like bump into each other, and I'm like, oh, it's that guy from college, the one dude who you like got along with. Oh,
He's being punished.
I see.
How sad he is?
Yeah.
I'm holding him like a baby, and he's like, this is great.
You are rewarding him for misbehaving. No. It's like he'd look at me and I'd be like, hey man, what's up? He's like, oh hey, what's going on? And then he'd turn and see Sarah, and then he'd have that moment where he realizes that we're still together. He's like, yeah man, no, it's good to see you. And I'm like, I'm sorry that my existence upsets you. I wish it didn't. There's nothing I can do.
But yeah, I had to jump his car for every shift so he could go home. If you ever have a problem where you can't figure it out, his headlight knob his has one of those cars where you push it forward to turn the headlights on. It didn't come all the way back, so it would slowly drain the battery, but the headlights wouldn't be on, so you couldn't tell. That's what the problem was. So then eventually, we were in college. He didn't have a lot of money, so when he had it like rubber banded to his steering wheel or something like that, But one time my boss came in. She usually wasn't in the early. She came in.
And you got well. Hold on. Your old boss at that job was like, she was a ranger in Desert Storm. Like she was like a 12th degree badass.
She's one of my favorites. She's awesome.
Yeah.
They let her. She wasn't allowed to drive the Humvees anymore. She put
Well,
the side
she
mirrors
was
off of all of them.
she was a cop before she did that job.
No,
and
she was a cop after she did that.
No, she was a job. She was not a cop after she worked the desk.
Oh no. She was a cop after she was in the military.
Right, and then she
worked the desk.
and then she stopped being a cop because she's cool.
She got a life-changing medical condition from Desert Storm and couldn't work as a cop anymore.
Okay, well there you go.
But anyway.
But no,
that's
she's
my
cool.
other
She's
favorite.
cool. She's cool.
But yeah, so she came in one time, as we were in the parking lot, and I was jumping him, and she parks and she's like, "Oh no, are you okay?" And we're like, "Oh, we do this every day." And she's like, "What the fuck? Why haven't you gotten your car fixed?" And he's like, "I'm broke. I don't." He's like, "I can't take it in." And she was like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, reaches into her wallet and she's like, "I just went to the bank for something else, but take 200." He's like, "I'm not taking your money." And she's like, threw it on his car and she's like, "Take the fucking money and get your car fixed, you idiot." And she like went inside to work.
Yeah, that's the.
My other favorite story, besides that she wasn't allowed to drive the Humvees anymore because she always clipped the side mirrors off, is she was a cop and at a particular school.
Well, no, it's really important because she was a cop, right?
Mhm.
But before she was a cop, she drove a Humvee in Desert Storm. That's why she was such an aggressive driver.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
She was not a good driver, guys. I drove with her a couple times. I was like, "I'm gonna die." But she was a cop, and she was chasing a kid on campus, and he was trying to run off with his skateboard. So he took his skateboard down this really big set of stairs that was on campus.
In between two buildings.
Yeah, in between two buildings, with a railing in the middle, because he was like, "Haha, I'm not gonna get caught." And she's like, "Well, I was driving the cop jeep, so I just took it down the fucking stairs."
Yep.
And then she's like, and then he gave up. Because I took the jeep down the stairs.
But I remember her being really cool. Like sometimes.
She's the best.
Well, like sometimes people would come in, and they would clearly be drunk, and the school, because we worked there, so we knew all the school policies, right? So the school policy was like your body is a container, and you can't bring alcohol onto the campus, right? But she was like, so long as nobody finds out, you can go on your way. Like she would bend the rules all the time.
But in like the good way.
Yeah, she was like.
She was a great boss.
That's the thing is like whenever people are like, "Oh fuck cops," I'm like, "Yeah, fuck cops." And I was like, there are good cops, yeah, but those good cops end up leaving the force, because they're the good cops.
I also liked it because I worked the shift. I came in like a couple hours before she would come in, and then my shift would end an hour after she came in. And she said frequently she would bring me McDonald's breakfast because she'd get it for herself, and she'd always get an extra like egg McMuffin and give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Loved her. She was the best. But I derailed us with my conversations of feminism. And you derailed us with conversations of me getting hit on that I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, that was. I remember that. And then I remember going to the con. Like going to those cons was the closest I've ever felt to being like a jock. Because I've never really tasted that before.
Mm-hmm.
And like cause like I go there and be like, "Yeah, man, I don't really know much about anime. I'm here for my girlfriend." Right? That's
Even out here flexing on everybody.
I mean that's like screaming in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, like just the smelliest motherfuckers come running at you.
Okay, I also hot take. Nerds bring their children to these things not because their children are having fun, but so that everybody can see that they got laid. Fight me.
So like I didn't realize that there was a whole
They're not
thing.
having fun with their 5-year-old being there. It's so that they can show everybody that they fuck.
You're so angry about this. I love it. No, there's this whole thing where guys think it's a good idea. So like when you're at a con, if you haven't been to a convention, which valid.
Or if you haven't been to an American anime convention.
You're constantly lining up for panels. So these people, there's just always people lined up. Lined up, and they're sitting on the floor. It's just how you do it, right? And so
It's because we're Americans and we lean on everything. I saw that meme on Reddit and I'm insecure.
what these guys will do. Ooh, I think I like this one. Is they will find women who are sitting in line, and then they'll just like sit or crouch in front of them because the women can't get up because they'll lose their spot. Because they'll lose their spot in line. It's like it's borderline sociopathic, and so there would be these nutsack kids who are just walking down the line, talking to chick after chick after chick after chick, and there's nothing they can do. Like, there's nothing the women can do to deal with it. And so that would happen where they would like bump into you and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'd be like, I'm the boyfriend," and like wouldn't even make contact with them. We just look at the ground and just walk off.
I personally liked
all the time
the response to that meme where somebody's like, "Why are like you can tell an American because they're always leaning on something," and someone was like, "Why are Americans always leaning on things?" And someone was just like, "We're tired." I'm like, God, isn't that the truth?
Yeah,
we're fucking tired.
My knees hurt.
Everything. We're emotionally tired. We're physically tired. We're financially tired. My chair is sinking slowly. Sorry, I was like,
no, you're fine.
I'm short.
Okay, so I got a car with missiles in it.
But yeah, this all started with YouTube content creators drama and like, what the fuck? And it's sad and it sucks.
Wait. Okay, so this car has machine guns, and then
it's a federal offense to destroy a little cactus.
It's got missiles. I
Lack
like
of public influence. You can't put benches anywhere. The homeless will sleep on them. What do they think? They're people who deserve to not sleep on the ground? Don't get me started. I have many opinions.
Sarah, if they didn't want to sleep on the ground, they should have thought about that before they went to the career fair and chose homeless as their career. Okay?
Yeah, they should just pull themselves up by their bootstraps and get a job.
The one thing I love is where it's like, oh yeah, no, this bench isn't anti-homeless. It's for people with wheelchairs. And it's like, people with wheelchairs don't have an issue finding a place to sit. you know, that's
if
like.
If you cared about people in wheelchairs, you'd make sure that your fucking wheelchair door thing actually worked.
Yeah.
The number of times that fucking thing doesn't work.
Yeah, just stop being.
Just get a house from the house store.
Stop being poor. You know, the one that
Why are you at the soup store? Sorry, I love that fucking.
The one thing I love is when it's like, oh, you're homeless. Go out into the woods and build yourself a shelter. It's like, dude, you've like, what planet are you on right now? Like, how fucked up is your day-to-day where you're like, if you're homeless, that's because you don't know how to build a campfire.
The area that I work in is a well-to-do area, and
because it's well-to-do because it has funding.
Yeah.
And because it has funding, they can afford social workers.
Right, but the people who live in the area that I work in,
they're all NIMBYs.
Yeah, there are many very wealthy people who constantly bitch about, I had to see a homeless person at the park today when I walked my dog. Which is different than I almost stepped in human poop. That's gross. Fair. Be upset about that. But when it's like, I had to see somebody, and I'm like, man, if only somebody had millions to do something with. Yeah, can't go build a house somewhere else. That's trespassing. Some billionaire owns that land. Well, you need a permit to build on land. Who owns the land? Then you gotta pay for the permit. It's illegal if you don't do that. Oh, one of my coworkers had a client who used to like build shelters.
I
like,
remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Like he would build like little mini like.
Well, hold on. That's not the impressive part about this guy. If I remember correctly, this guy was illiterate.
Yes, he never learned to read or write in his mid-50s, late 50s.
And all of his like engineering and maker skills.
Didn't go to. I don't think he graduated high school.
Like he just worked with his hands a lot.
I think he like stopped in like elementary school. But dude would build like they were a little rinky dink, but like tiny home-sized things on trailers that he would pull around town
He was-
on his bike.
he was
which
the-
is how you could find him.
He was the kind of guy who could like figure out how to build a whole cabinet in his head.
Yeah. So he would
Yeah.
just build these things, and it was amazing. And then like he'd get arrested, end up back in jail. His thing would get destroyed. He'd just find stuff and build another one. Like one time he had like a moped that somebody had thrown out because it was dead. He hotwired it. He was riding that thing around town until it got destroyed. But one time he built a boat and he was trying to sail it on like a not unsailable area. And that's one of our favorite videos is that the cops found him and they were like, "Get out of that boat, you're gonna drown!" And he's in the boat and you can't really see him because the phone quality is like horrendous. But you just hear him. The man also had like almost no teeth. And you can hear the man going, "I ain't gonna drown, fuck you!" We were like, God, I love that man. We got him housed. He's great.
Yeah, I'm working on videos. I am. I can't tell you when they're gonna come out, but I am working on them.
There are videos that are in progress.
Videos that are basically made.
That man was great. He also had a really cute dog. The dog was so famous that animal control didn't pick the dog up anymore because everybody in town knows who the dog is. And they're like, why did you bring that dog in? He belongs to this guy. Go put him back. Someone was watching him. I've met some weird people. Every video inquiry delays the video by 10 seconds. Quick, somebody tell my parents.
That's the hard part. It's your fucking family, man.
I love my parents, but they are such boomers. They just do not understand anything that is going on with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you try to explain it. These are also the people. How do you know that? I googled it, Mom. On my phone. You know the thing in your hand? It's a computer. You can do it to do things other than color. My mom really loves those like coloring apps where you sit and like tap the areas to color. Good lord. She like sits and watches TV and colors on those apps. That was her thing when she got into. Can I put my coloring app on this? Yes, Mother, I can put your coloring app on this. Great.
Can't hide.
Just mail tapes.
Yeah, I'll start doing that.
That would cost so much more. Postage is so expensive now.
Is it really?
Yeah, I had to fucking help one of my coworkers figure out how to mail something that was larger-ish. It was a painting. He painted something for his mother and then asked us to mail it to his mother for him for Mother's Day. So it's very sweet.
You gotta help that guy out,
yeah,
right?
so of course we were helping him out. But it wouldn't fit in any of the stupid flat rate boxes, so then we had to like self-make a cardboard box for it to fit in. And then we took it to get mailed, and it's like a canvas, so it's not super heavy or anything. It was like 20 fucking bucks.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it was in America. It wasn't even like going out of the country. Which was all the love in the world, but the coworker is not like from America, she was born somewhere else. I never realized how hard it is to explain how the American postal service works.
Yep.
Oh, what do you mean we can't do that? That's just not how it works. What do you mean it has to? Girl, I don't know what to tell you. This is just how you do it.
We used to have the same problem with international students at school. Be like, yeah, sorry, there's a lot of really jacked up systems here. Not a lot I can do. Yeah, not to mention all the tariff stuff. That's completely true.
What was something else she just said the other day?
Oh, is this the coworker that likes Chris Brown?
Yes!
Mm.
Oh, we had this conversation. Working with other humans is challenging.
Be a
because
YouTuber.
I have to
Holy
be nice.
A couple boxes to your grandparents cost $400?
Yeah. Yeah. Frickin'. I have to be nice. They're my coworkers. They can't, like. I can be more confrontational with my clients, honestly, than my coworkers. but I don't even remember how we got it. Oh, they were talking about, like, people who were, somebody wanted to go see somebody in concert, blah, 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 blah. And my coworker goes, oh my god, Chris Brown is touring. I want to go see Chris Brown. And I, like, just look at her. I'm like, no. And she's like, no, his music is just so good. And I'm like, no. Did you see what he did to Rihanna? And she was like, you can separate the music from the artist. And, like, in my head, I was like, fuck you, you can. He's a millionaire. You don't need to give him any more fucking money for him to go be a piece of fucking shit. He didn't even do jail time. I don't even think he got probation. But I was just like, it's a long story. Is the coworker a therapist? You're technically case managers.
You can diagnose people off the DSM. You can put people on a medical hold.
We are technically case managers, so let's just say I have a bachelor's, master's, and I'm licensed. And she got a bachelor's from the overseas equivalent of wholesale. But it technically is in the human service field, so it counts.
Yeah, not denigrating anyone with that background. It's just this job.
She just thinks she knows what I know and does not. But yeah, so she's so.
Do you know the thing that bothers me?
In the front, I wanted to be like, "Fuck you! You should never fucking listen to him. You're a disgrace to women." And then in the "I have to be nice to you because you're my coworker" position, I went, disagree, and then went back to writing my notes.
The thing about her that I don't get is that she speaks like a dozen fucking languages. And it's like, there are so...
4.
Yeah, that's... How many languages do you speak?
Barely English.
Yeah, no, exactly, right? And so it's just like, why would you, like, not seize the moment on that? You know what I mean?
And, like, we are from different cultures. I am white, she is not. But I'm also like, this is not like this is Chris Brown. This is not a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And she's not American black. So it's just, no.
African American?
Hmm?
Is that, or American black? I don't know.
She's not from America.
I don't know. I try to stay on top of the terms as much as I can.
So usually I try to, like, leave it, because if it's like something like cultural, I'm like, I disagree, but also I'm not gonna, like, argue with you about your own.
I'm not gonna lecture you about your own.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lecture you about your own fucking culture.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But this is fucking Chris Brown.
Let me, Sarah, you've lived in the same state your entire life. You're gonna lecture somebody about the cultural dissonance they're experiencing in their world.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, this is Chris Brown. Is there anything more American than a millionaire getting away with domestic violence? I think not.
God.
Only if he was white. That would be the only thing that made it more American.
Well, Sarah's extra mad about that because Sarah's bachelor's was a specialization in
My
domestic
minors.
violence.
No, I had a minor in women's studies.
Right, but for your bachelor's, for all of your capstone papers, you were writing about domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, let's go visit the iconic guy. Let's get some more stuff for our stash.
Yeah, typically, if somebody's into some kind of music, I typically just let it go, but I'm like, no, nothing culture about Chris Brown, like, fuck that man. I'll say it to anybody's face. And then she argued back with me and I had to let it go, because I was like, don't. This is not the thing you're gonna get written up about, Sarah. This is not the day.
Yup. Let's see.
I've never actually been written up. Yet.
I don't know why you would say that. Okay, we want that.
My coworker hates Latinx.
Dude.
Whatever she wants. I'm like, girl, this is a culture thing. If you don't like that, I won't use it.
Do you know what the thing is? Is like, okay, so this is the thing when it comes to like the standardization of language. Like, I'm gonna keep harping on about grad school because you gotta understand, nobody in my family graduated high school. My littlest brother did. My baby brother did. Right. I am also a high school dropout. Like, there was a lot of clawing and crying in order to get me to where I am now. So the fact that I paid for myself to go to grad school, it's basically my biggest accomplishment. So you're gonna hear a lot about it. Sorry. No, so one of the cool things about grad school and like having to write a thesis and all these papers and stuff was there's a huge emphasis on writing styles, like the MLA, APA, Chicago, and in music we use Chicago typically.
APA is the worst, but I have to use it in everything, and I hate it.
And so it's really cool because like all of these language choices like Latinx and all the everything that Fox News would call woke, right? And how you include somebody's pronouns, you know, how you deal with somebody's dead name, right? Like if you ever try to do work with like Wendy Carlos, for example, she was a trans composer, and so there are a lot of sources that use her dead name. You know, how to handle things like that is really, really useful. And so it gets like it basically goes through a standardization process where you can open up the book or go to the website and be like, okay, this is how we are supposed to handle XYZ. So I know the Chicago writing guide for using Latino, Latina, Latinx, and all of that. I have never spoken to somebody who identifies as Latino or Latina who likes Latinx.
I've met one, and they were a doctoral student at grad school.
Yeah, I've never spoken to somebody who would fall into that community who liked or thought it was an accurate term. And it's like it's one of those like edict things that you have to deal with where you're like, okay, like who do we listen to and why?
Oh, my pet peeve. It's not that people can't identify however they want. By all means, if you are someone who identifies as Latina or Hispanic, but you also identify as white, fine, you do you.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate it because of the jail. Like, I frequently go and like do work within the jail.
Or just criminal justice,
justice in
CJS,
general.
or DOC. DOC is really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. CJS is criminal justice system. DOC is Department of Corrections.
Yes. But I all of my fucking hatred, because again, the area that I work in is an affluent area. And then when you go into the jail, it does not reflect the community at large. It's all minority people. But because Hispanic and Latino are ethnicities and not races, all of the Hispanic and Latino people are categorized as white. So then the jail gets to put out this bullshit response thing that they incarcerate more white people than minority people. But they're all Hispanic and Latina, and I'm like, no, you don't. There's like less than 20 white people. That's not true. But it's still the majority of minority people. And like, if somebody is like wants to identify as white and also Latino and Hispanic, like, you do you.
Like, I have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like biologically, I'm a quarter indigenous Chilean. Like, that's just the truth. But I don't speak Spanish, and I wouldn't say that I'm like connected to that culture. So it's like, at what point does it become stolen valor almost? You know what I mean?
Oh, they're getting better now, because they are getting better. But for a really long time, when somebody like was arrested and booked into the jail, the person who booked them in filled in whatever their race was. So it's whatever they think that person's race is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would rarely ask them. So there would be like Native American people who were booked in as like Hispanic
Or Italian.
Or Italian. That's not an option.
No, I've seen that before.
Okay, it's not like an option on the thing. But like, I went and saw somebody once, and like on the like form it said that they were Hispanic, and I walked into the room and I'm like, that is a black man. And I asked him, I didn't tell him, I like asked him, because we do our own paperwork, and how do you identify? And then just write whatever the fuck they say they identify as.
Mm-hmm.
He identified as a black man, but his profile was Hispanic.
Did he identify as like Afro-Cuban? Like,
he's black and Hispanic.
Okay.
But he
But he was dealing with a cop.
They did not ask.
Yeah, he was
not like, oh, let me ask, and I put Hispanic because if you were looking at the man, you were like, that is a black man. What?
He was dealing with somebody who got all D's in high school.
Yeah.
The cop got all D's in high school.
Afro-Latina is shockingly not an option.
Yeah.
on the jail booking sheets.
I can't believe that the prison system would be so cruel.
Jail and prison are different.
Sorry. It's like legitimately a huge systemic problem though.
It makes me really mad because the jail gets to pretend that they're not incarcerating minorities more than anybody else.
Or people of color.
Yeah, oh! Selectively rolling R's and being able to tell white Hispanic people. Like I said, in the world, identify however the fuck you want. Ooh, favorite. One time we were doing like you had to go into the jail, and there's this thing that I don't know if just our state does it or the nation does it. It's called a point-in-time survey. And so it picks a singular night, and then the next day you go and survey all of the homeless people, and you get a reflection of like, the questions are like, where did you sleep last night? And it's like supposed to get an accurate count for the number of homeless people. But we did it in the jail. Don't even begin to tell me how long it took us to talk to jail until I knew to do it. But on it, we asked people, like, how do you identify? Man, I got like a good handful of people who told me human. And I'm like, that is awesome, but not an option on here. Yeah. And I wrote what they wanted. Human. I also had one guy who was having a real rough mental health day. And I went in to ask him questions, and he put a t-shirt over his face because I was a woman in their all-male housing unit. And he couldn't look at me because I was a woman. And then when I walked into the housing unit to come and ask questions, he screams at the top of his lungs, "There's a woman in the housing unit." So now that's a forever joke among my coworkers.
Well, you talk about this all the time, especially with people who are like really at risk. It's like, how the hell are you supposed to go to a pharmacy and hold on to your medication if you don't have a place to live?
Everybody, John Egbert!
Hey, John Egbert!
Hi, John Egbert!
How you doing?
And I've heard, like, people have addiction problems. A lot of homeless people have addiction problems. It's all stemmed from mental health. But they do have addiction problems. They're going to steal your meds. They're going to... It might just be antibiotics. And they're going to be real disappointed. But they're still going to steal them.
It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just something that people go through.
It does make me really mad because I have a client that is living with HIV. And they keep fucking stealing his meds. And those things are so damn expensive. And then I have to call and argue with insurance. No, somebody stole them. Yes, I know they're $3,000. What do you want me to fucking do about it? He even wrote "These won't get you high" on his pill bottle one time.
Aww.
I know. He's so sweet.
You should tell him about the guy who was protecting you from the government.
That was the same guy.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I have a client who suffers really bad paranoid schizophrenia. So sweet. But he went off his meds and stopped talking to me because in his paranoid schizophrenia, he's being gang stalked and people are going to murder him.
That's not true. That's just what he thinks is happening. Right?
It's just what he believes. So I called him and I was trying to talk to him. And he said that I can't call him and he's not going to talk to me anymore because people are going to kill him and then they're going to kill me for associating with him. So he literally stopped talking to me because he was trying to protect me from being murdered in his paranoid schizophrenia, which is really sweet, but I was also like, please don't do that. No, really, please keep talking to me.
Yeah.
I will be okay. He did not believe me.
Of course not.
He was like, look at this little white girl, thinks she's going to be okay. He's a
Nope.
black man. And then he's like, look at this little white girl, thinks she's going to be fine. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be okay.
You're fine, buddy.
Really worth it? I've got no regrets.
He's one of my favorites.
No, you and I have driven down the street, and I have been in the car, and you have said, "Look tough," as you got out and by yourself and approached a group of 7 huge homeless dudes and started asking about where somebody was. And I'm like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Start lecturing them about magic? Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, one time I went to try to find a client because I had her mental health medications. And
I remember that too, yeah.
I usually don't take Ethan, but we were going, it was a weekend, and they were like in my car or something like that. And I saw her at a gas station, so I was like, fuck this, and I like pulled over because I saw her and I was like, I need these.
I remember that.
So I get out of the car. She was an older lady, tiny, like 5 foot tops. but I take her medication, so she sees Ethan in my car, and she, is that your man?
Yep.
I'm like, yes, that's him here, your medications. And she's like, tell him I say hi. Hi! She starts like waving to Ethan from the car, and Ethan's just like, hey.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, do I wave? Do I look tough? What do I do?
So then anytime I ever saw her, still to this day, she's not been my client, but I run into her. She's not been my client for like a couple years now, but I still run into her.
Welcome to
How's your man? Your man's so cute!
Ah, look who it is. What a lovely surprise. I'd almost forgotten that pretty face. And
No,
what a
Ethan
pity
doesn't
that
get out
would
of the
be.
car because
Welcome back to our
technically
little oasis of elegance.
he's not supposed to know who my clients
Now,
are.
what can I do for you today? Maybe a little upgrade?
Well,
Sequins are back, you
the
know.
joke there is that I actually have I've like almost complete facial blindness.
It's true.
So I'm actually like really bad with faces. I don't remember faces. I remember profile pictures. So like whenever someone's like, "Oh, tell me what Sarah looks like," I think of her Facebook profile picture. It's
The actual answer is that
Looking
honestly,
a little empty
like
these days.
they're not gonna fuck with me because like
What can I
I've
say?
worked with the like
Jinguji
homeless
is about
community for
quality,
so long.
not quantity.
That if they fuck with me,
Now,
they're gonna get
just
fucked
between
with.
the two of us, a touch of elegance can go a long way.
Someone cut me off one time while I was driving and Ethan was in the car and I was just really fucking mad about it. And for some reason, my immediate response was, "I'm gonna have somebody come shit on your lawn." I didn't like say it to them. I just yelled it in the car because I could get a
remember
client to
that.
go shit on somebody's lawn.
I
I
remember
could
that.
get that to happen, but I don't know why. That was just immediate. My response was just this asshat cut me off really bad. I almost hit them, really pissed, and I just scream at them, "I'm gonna have somebody come shit on your lawn."
Well, that was the other thing is like, you know, you walked into a group of people. You walked into the group of people. I couldn't really see who you were talking to. I just didn't know. Whoa!
Talking to me?
I live an interesting life.
Yeah.
It's the ADHD. I need my job to continually be like mildly chaotic or I get really fucking bored. And I'm medicated. Recently.
Max tech. Thank God. Move! Keep it up! Target neutralized. Secure the witnesses.
Talk to them about music, like what they
Just had
actually
to
came
go
here
play
for.
youthful
Instead of just
consumer in a
hearing about
Hear you,
my
remember?
adventures of weird people.
How could I forget?
Mental health problems. Okay, we all have
You,
mental health
over
problems,
there.
but like
Statements, now.
people whose mental health problems get
Finally.
them in like a lot of
Just
trouble.
have to mop this gunk up.
Yep.
We'll be back in business.
Situation resolved. Deactivate alarm.
Ooh, these are special forces. They're tough. I could
I could
take
just sit and tell you all
Sit.
stories for days.
Hands where I can see them.
I can't tell you once. I was just gonna be like, oh, my client
In
broke
accordance
something,
with
and then
Article
my client
105
broke
of the
something of
Cyberpsychosis Procedure Code,
extreme value
your
for a large
statements will be
company.
recorded and retained.
Yeah,
Melissa Roy, Max Tac Senior Officer.
Nightwolf,
Please
you're
state your name
100%
and
sure.
occupation.
They didn't do shit.
Jane Jagger. I worked for Jinguji.
Oh, is that
an
in the
oasis
game?
of elegance.
Yeah.
Sorry, habit.
V. Merc.
Special
Occasional
needs kids
client
and
of
they have to go
Zane's.
through safety training.
Johnny
I actually had to go
Silverhand,
through more
rock legend,
safety
voice in
training
V's head.
when I
Oh,
also
Johnny.
worked with
Let me
children
pretend I exist
than I did for this
sometimes,
job.
okay?
Checks out. Please describe what
I do
happened
have to go
starting
through the
from the
metal
moment of
detector
the
when I
attack.
visit the jail, but
I was just presenting V with a
That's not too
one-of-a-kind
big a deal.
offer.
Then he's trying to
really
sweet
bad.
talk
I
me
have
into some
somebody that I
sparkly
work
sequin
with.
shit. Psycho storms in.
not frequently, but
wipes
like
the hustle.
sometimes. And sometimes we
Zane
like
hits
end
the
up at the
alarm,
jail at the same
locks us in
time.
with the fucker.
Poor dude
Thanks,
has a
Zane.
fucking hip replacement.
Mr. Jagger followed the
sets the metal
correct
detector off
security
every time.
protocol. He significantly reduced
Hmm?
the assailant's range of
Oh,
effectiveness.
the guy I
Yeah.
work with has a hip
Noted.
replacement.
Play cat and
and it
mouse
sets
around the
metal
whole
detector
range
off
of
every time.
effectiveness
Oh, yeah, I
before
remember
you
you
lot
telling
showed up.
I always feel real bad for
Anything
him
else?
because they still make him
Unusual
take his
behavior?
fucking belt off. He's like, I'm gonna
Besides
set it
slicing
off.
and dicing
And they're like,
people
it's
in the
policy.
store's
And he's like, it's
reputation?
still gonna go off.
No,
They're like, I know,
nothing
I'm
at
really
all.
sorry. It's policy.
Thank you for your cooperation. That is all.
Oh yeah,
Coroner's
no,
been
those
notified. Be here
even
any
the kids
minute.
who are 18. When I worked with kids, I worked for kids with
Jagger,
kids for about
this store is
6
closed
months,
until
and
the
then I had an
investigation is
emotional
complete.
breakdown and quit in the middle of a
Hold,
workday.
Hey V.
hold,
Once
whoa.
we clean this place up,
Hold
come
on.
by whenever you like. I'll hand pick something special just for you.
Go on.
Smith report.
Thanks.
How's it looking?
Later, Zane.
Killed, 2 wounded inside the store, 6 bodies on the street outside.
Okay. I went to school. I went to grad school as somebody who worked at a daycare center, right, to help pay for stuff. You made it sound like you just worked at a daycare center.
Oh no, I worked with kids with
You worked at
I worked at a residential facility for children who were removed from their homes mostly due to abuse
and mental health issues. Some of those kids had like
yeah, and they were like in a residential setting because like they couldn't be at home for whatever reason.
Yeah, it wasn't just I work with kids. It was you're doing like the hardest thing you can possibly do with that population.
Yeah, so that had breakdown 6 months in, quit in the middle of a day. It was great.
Those,
Nothing lined up.
Those are the darkest stories. The darkest stories you've had come from that place.
Oh yeah, no, I don't tell those ones. Those aren't fun.
No.
But the fun story was, you're like, oh yeah, those kids can do some serious damage. I got that shit beat out of me by a fucking 6-year-old. That kid, fuck me. Like,
I remember when you got bit too.
That was different, but I'm not like a large human. I'm like average sized 5'6" white chick. We had to learn all these like holds and everything. So the only size human I can hold by myself is about a 6-year-old. So they all staged a run where they all run at the same time and then everybody has to try to catch them. So I managed to catch the 6-year-old, get him in a hold. Yeah, the hold, obviously for, like the children's safety, does not involve holding their head in any way. That kid headbutted the shit out of me, right into my sternum for like 10 minutes till somebody could come and save me because they were chasing all the other kids. Oh, fuck me, did my sternum hurt for days. And then you feel bad because then like 2 hours later the kid like is crying and says he's sorry.
Oh, Sarah did practice on me. When she first learned all the holds, she came home and she practiced on me.
I showed Ethan how to do them.
Right, well, because the idea was like, it might be, yeah, you gotta do legs, and then it's like you don't have time to think.
Yeah, so then the other time I got bit by a 14-year-old girl, which I don't blame her, but they had her, I don't particularly love this whole idea of like moving children. That was an additional reason I don't like that job. But they got her down on the ground, and I was on, I had to have been on the arm because my knee was near her face. So I get him in a hold, and I got my knee too close. Knee was in danger zone, and bit the shit out of my knee. Luckily, it didn't break skin, because otherwise I would have had to go to like the urgent care emergency room. It was policy.
Well, hold on.
No, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that. So, the way I worked that job was you work half the week, and then on your Saturday you do a 12-hour shift. You're getting raided.
Oh, I'm getting raided! Dark Mosh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Welcome. We're talking about social work horror stories.
So, Saturdays, you do a 12-hour shift. So it was my Saturday, it was my 12-hour shift. And it's been a long-ass day. Of course, this is almost at the end of the day before the night shift comes in, of course. So we get this girl in a hold, got her on the ground. Shark bites me in the knee. Got me real good. Knee was bruised for months. That thing was like every color of the rainbow. Yeah, horrendous, awful. Bit on the knee. Awkward story, ran into her in my job I have now. She doesn't remember me, but I distinctly remember her because she had a very unique name. So we ran into her and I was like, the girl that bit me on the knee. She's 18 now, weird. But yeah, so then it was like a really, really, really rough day. Like, I had not been feeling super great. And then when I get home, sleep, I was so tired I drove past the exit on the highway to go home. And kept driving like I was driving to my parents' home. Like a good 3 exits before I realized what I was doing. That kind of day. Didn't feel well, got home, woke up, didn't feel well. Yeah, it turns out I had pneumonia the whole time.
No, you had double pneumonia.
Yes.
You had double pneumonia and we're still working there being like, oh yeah, I have the sniffles. And then when we took you in...
I feel like you're trying to hit every obstacle.
Then when we took you into the doctor, they took a look at your knee and they were like, yeah, it did break the skin. You should have come in. Yes, it did.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did. I vividly remember.
All right, fine.
Vividly remember. Yeah, it did break the skin a little. You should have come in. I very much remember that.
Yeah, I got punched and it drew blood and she had to go to the hospital. Yeah. Hey, at least she got a few days off. I had to take time off because I had pneumonia. But I didn't actually have any time off because I felt stuck. So I just didn't work and get paid for a week so that I could recover and have lungs that can recover. So I did a whole 12-hour shift where I think I chased 2 kids and held that shit down.
With double pneumonia.
Yeah, and something else.
Yup.
Oh, and the AC in my car was broken at the time. It only worked on full blast.
I remember
in the dead
that.
of summer. So even though I got off like fucking nighttime, it's summer, so the car's still fucking hot. And there's no like, oh, let me just turn the air on a little bit. It was either full blast or nothing.
I remember. That sucked so much.
It did.
Yeah, thanks again for the raid, Dark Mosh. I appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to the raid. Woo! Yeah, John Egbert, I respect your friend and they should absolutely get out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, you don't separate. No, you don't separate girls, women. Mm-mm. Everybody's like, oh, how do you do like work with people in the justice system? And I'm like, I'm not scared. Like, respectfully, like, within reason, I'm not scared of my like giant male clients. I'm like, it's my tiny lady. They're gonna fucking murder me. There's like 5-foot chicks. Those are the ones who are gonna fucking kill you. Are you literally hitting everything? I've been reading chat. I have not paid any attention to you driving.
Oh, I'm like super distracted. I'm trying to like read what's going on, but also listen to you, but also read chat and also respond to chat. Yeah.
The county also lets me drive a car. Occasionally we get to borrow like the county car and drive that. That's a weird experience. Like, this is a government car that somebody is allowing me to drive. This doesn't feel like a good idea.
What is this gig? They don't like me. I can tell because of all the red.
I respect people who can work with kids because I am not one of them. I had that job and I was like, wow, am I never working with children again? Also, it's just so sad. We're not here to make you all depressed. It just really sucks to see these kids and be like, literally none of this is your fault. Like, you bit the shit out of my knee and like bruised my fucking sternum. But I can't even be mad at you because like literally none of this is your fault. You've done nothing and all this horrendous shit has happened to you.
Well, see, now this would be the really fucked up part because Sarah would have all these horror stories and come home and be like, what are you doing? Be like, I don't
even tell Ethan the bad ones.
I'm like, I watched Little Mermaid twice.
Ethan has a soul and not thick skin like I do, so I don't even tell him the bad ones.
I have thick skin. You gotta have thick skin to be able to post your shit online.
It's true. It's a different type. But yeah, fair enough. I don't mean like I don't tell you anything dark. It's just, I save you from the robots.
Let's see.
And that's why we laugh at really bad dark jokes. Because otherwise you cry. The last time I cried at work was about cats.
I remember this. Yeah. How you like...
I agreed to help somebody that wasn't a client, and I agreed to go help pick up her purse at like a hotel that was, you know, a little out of the way, but I was like, yeah, sure, no worries. And then it turned into that she actually had 2 cats who were even further away that I was not willing to go pick up from further away because this person, again, is not my client. And it turned into an entire week and working 2.5 extra hours and driving to a slightly closer city to pick up said cats to bring to a different shelter so this woman didn't lose her cats because she got arrested. And I agreed to help with a purse. But then we have cats, so I was fucking invested. And at one point, it seemed like I wasn't going to be able to get the cats, and they were going to like adopt the cats out, and she was going to lose her cats. And I had a breakdown and cried at work. And my coworker came and got me and put me in a different office and made me tea and fed me snacks. And it was lovely, and I cried about cats.
Yay, social work. Hey, I also cried about cats, but for very different reasons.
I get that reference. Speaking of, where the fuck are our cats? Suspiciously quiet.
Oh.
It's way too quiet. Where the fuck are our cats?
They're definitely doing something terrible. Listen to me mauled about cats? Yeah. I just, like, a part of me has just... I don't want to say given up, but after cats, there have been so many bad, movie musicals. Oops. So many bad movie musicals that I don't really know, like, what's going on. I still haven't seen Snow White. Ah, fuck, I missed. I just know that everybody's been talking about it.
Don't worry, I literally quote
Snow White.
his own Cats video back at him occasionally.
Dear Evan Hansen.
My man is one of my favorite ones to quote back. They are all exclusively
Your friend's in real bad
plotting
shape.
crimes at all times.
Get in here. I need your help.
Perez.
Okay, I legit really like.
What's up with this
Ethan's
tech?
opinion is
I
his
can't
own.
see shit.
I
My brother
enjoyed
sent me.
Wicked.
I'm here to get
Do
you
I
out.
think it was amazing?
Birdie?
No. Am I?
Okay.
Was I the perfect age that Wicked came out when I was
Look,
like
we don't have time for this.
Tech they've got in here
15,
belongs in a
16,
scrapyard.
and
Gotta
I have
delta
a deep
now.
impassioned
Since you're still
15,
here,
16
run a scan
year old
on him.
love for Wicked and was
Pressure's
predisposed
falling.
to love that movie.
Same with the temperature.
Yes.
He's going into shock. I'll try to stem the
solidly,
bleeding. You,
I
give
give it
him a
like
unit of
solid
synth
B.
blood.
I don't think it actually
Come
deserved
on, it's
necessarily
on the
that rating, but
table, first from the
I
left.
did enjoy it.
No.
I'm sorry?
Enough of this shit. We don't have time.
He's gone.
Yeah, when I
Course.
get real mad
Shouldn't
about
have
stuff with,
expected
like, clients and
anything
stuff,
from
I will
someone
still
like you.
quote my man. I also do it at work, but my coworkers don't understand the reference. It's just me, my man.
The
Find the children slash.
one of my biggest like pet peeves that I get on a fairly regular basis is I'll hear people be like, "Oh yeah, I love this Sideways video. He talks about why Cats the musical is actually good," and I'm like, "Hold on." I didn't say that I liked Cats. I just said why Cats was like a functional film.
Your friend's in real bad shape. Get in here.
I'm not a huge fan of the stage musical either. I'm not a Andrew Lloyd Webber fan by any stretch of the imagination.
He's no chum of mine. I'm V.
As if I can remember all your names.
I'm not Maelstrom, Lucy. Your brother sent me.
Birdie? Okay, just a moment.
Look, we don't have time for this.
Tech they've got in here belongs in a
thin air,
scrapyard.
absolutely. Got a Delta now.
Since you're still here, run a scan on him.
Pressure's falling. Same with the temperature.
He's going into shock.
Yeah, they really did.
I'll try to stem the bleeding. You,
Hey, where's
give
this
him a
blood?
unit of synth blood. Come on, it's on the table. First from the left.
Where? Oh, here. Oh, Jesus.
Just not in my hand. Okay, gotta wait a bit before it closes up.
Why are you doing this?
I'm a doctor.
He probably killed more people than you'll ever save.
This is an operation, not a court hearing. All right, crisis averted. Looks like. Rest he'll just have to sleep off. Thanks. Now we can go.
Oh, the Patreon list getting long? Yeah, but I want to, like... I don't feel like just giving people early access to the videos is, like...
close to me, head down.
Worth it. Or at least the same... Oh, that's a bathroom. Isn't the same, like, monetary value, you know? So I'm like, let me, like, at least, like, read your name out, put your name in the video and stuff. You know?
Sounds the youngest then if they don't know where the oldest child is. Oh, I heard her. Bubbles, are you in the trash?
You ride, get in.
Oh.
Are you in the trash, Bubbles? Oh, not my Bubbles.
Can't find our cat?
I can't. I popsicle. I don't know where ice cream is. Buzz! Ice cream!
Gonna need to roll my name for a minute. Yeah.
Ice cream! Where are you? I heard her. Unless I stepped on it.
Hey, Lucy's safe. Cream work.
Oh,
Thanks.
No, my chair's here. She can't be on the chair. She's behind the couch.
I think we have enough for a new car. I am going to go and purchase a new car. Could you imagine if you could just... I know that they have the car vending machine, so I'm just like, could you imagine going to a terminal and just like, here's $80,000.
I don't know where ice cream is, but she'll show up.
Yeah. I'm going to take a look at the cars, because
I'm not going to shake the crunchies, because I don't need that kind of chaos.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Ooh,
let's
sorry.
see. Okay. Way too much money for something like that? Absolutely. If I'm spending $80,000 on something, wherever we go, I'm getting free water. You know what I mean? Like, sir, can we interest you in a cup of coffee? No, but thanks for offering, you know?
Oh, like that Reddit post of the food at,
Was it Electric Daisy Festival? Was that it? EDC?
Yeah, EDC, yes. Ooh, what are we spending money on? Car vending machine?
Huh? Cars.
Oh.
Just like being able to go to terminal. I'm trying
You
to...
are literally hitting everything.
I'm not literally hitting everything. I'm figuratively hitting most things.
All near.
Great, dirty. Great. Now grab the delivery cords and drive.
He's crazy.
Oh no, yeah, like I have scripts on. Oh, I actually no. Hold on, I'm sorry. I've got my folder open. I'm looking at it. I still haven't seen Joker 2, but everybody said it was just miserable.
I tried to listen to the songs on Spotify and I literally couldn't.
There's Dear Evan Hansen. Wicked was fine. Emilia Perez was
A thing.
garbage. Just like shockingly terrible. That is not where I was supposed to go.
Also insulting to the trans community with just every step.
Somehow offended everybody, which is kind of amazing. There have been other really terrible movie musicals recently. Oh, well, there's Snow White, which everybody said is bad, and it's difficult because it's like, okay, you don't like the movie. Is it because you're racist, or is it because it's a bad movie? You know?
Why not both? Yet insulting to Mexicans, insulting to the trans, literally insulted, I think, every thing it's remotely trying to talk about.
I still haven't seen Better Man. That's the monkey movie, right?
Oh, that one.
I tend not to be a huge fan of like biopics, you know, like Rocket Man or whatever. Like I just, you know, it feels very jukebox musical to me, which isn't my favorite either.
There haven't been any like movies that seem good enough to pay movie theater prices to go see.
Well, I wanted to see Thunderbolts, and then it was like, nah, it's mid. There's another movie I wanted to see, and then people were like, oh, it's mid. And then like Sinners came out, and
Walk Hard was actually pretty good.
we just didn't get to, huh? We didn't get to see Sinners. We could still go do that.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
The Walk Hard is hilarious.
Cross the Spider-Verse, that was really good. Fair enough.
Cross the Spider-Verse is good. I still haven't seen the Weird Al movie. I don't know, something about biopics, I'm just like, I don't know, they just don't grab me, I guess?
I can't watch a biopic if I'm well identified as that actor who's playing somebody.
Close now, but use the tail or wipe them out yourself.
Like the,
Like Harry Potter being Daniel, or being Weird Al.
Yeah, that was, that's honestly what it was. Like, I can't, no matter how hard it's Harry Potter playing Weird Al. I can't unsee it. Or then it turns into like the guy who played Elvis, and now that's the only character he plays ever anywhere. Also didn't see the Elvis one. But I do agree with who said it. Walk Hard was I saw it when I was younger, so I might have a jaded vision of it, but I remember thinking Walk Hard was actually good.
Oh, yeah, I knew I picked the right merc for the gig. Thanks for the help, V. My tumor could have
Have you seen the Prince biopic? I've seen a lot. I agree with Ethan. I think outside of Walk Hard, that's really the only biopic I've seen.
Yeah, I've been missing out on a lot. But unfortunately, sorry, I'm gonna have to call it there. It's time for me to take my medications because I'm 1,000 years old.
Y'all got lucky because I've been working from home a chunk this week, so I haven't talked to all of my coworkers, so I had a lot of talking in me. I generally talk a lot anyway, so. Usually by the time I get home, I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk to humans.
Pharma candy.
Oh, we're saving that. Pharma candy, I like.
God. I mean, it's gotten to the point where, like, when I take my meds now, I have to put them in a cup.
I fill the pill containers. And every once in a while, like, fuck it up. And then Ethan's like, I, like, hand them off, and Ethan's like, are you trying to kill me? And I'm like, shit!
Yeah, double dose it or something like that. Yeah, I have to put, because I have to take a lot. I don't want to take them one at a time. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Happy Tuesday?
Oh my god, it's only fucking Tuesday.
Fuck, it is Tuesday. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Oh, I would much rather take pills than the needle. No, girl.
Well, I have to do both, so yeah,
true.
Fun. Yeah, I know. I'll work on some new videos.
I don't know what that word is. He is really working on stuff. What is the word I'm trying to say?
He's being earnest.
No, I'm trying to say like confirm, but I'm not.
You can corroborate.
Corroborate.
Okay.
That one.
All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later.